na di kogum no wo mo boa no amana yemu ehwehwemu
eno a God Coast Fund Management Company bo twi ne sa ekopia mu finance ministry say wonom apekati twi mo me na beto dwa say one ma twentwen so kakra han be na api o mo so ntia one ma twentwen so yi
peninkasia ba kwa wodi akochede ntintima wa MPP Dr. nyaho tamaklobu acho say ma penina na do danko akufuado ama MPP amanyokuo no wo manum anyam aba fom papa na ye ne nwanwa eye na hometi se wo memu asofo mpanimfo waka wono atomu
sese dia ntokwa da from Paul Boateng kane environment minister ana afei attorney general mo entamo no sese emu hupa na eji ababonten aba justify nensam a ene wono so katia from Paul Boateng
Central Gonja District Savannah Mantemu amania chese nipa empemienu 2000 bupe wani atutu a concession so Brantam flood atwi e dia for manfo so
arawo sambia si wo atwema boko ni nyina ne se nurse ni abayiwa bia wadi frihia bia samiensa ena nipa bonfo bia kofri na rawo hebani senie abusen samwani afoforo bi ni atrase asi konwa do hweba ku adi animi yebedo so ni chenchem from na ya woso ni brebuo mu ate kasebo ni mu de atimu awonwe no kasebo ni de ntinyuma ku etaye kire wapiku ha Destiny Roofing Systems as a bagin chance papa for dance wall Father Martin about me Roma for the drop out coefficient ya what post ya bejibi and what you were posting your dress and shia jibni hamansayimu and Mascona State Ghana Limited one must see a dominant Pamasamunti promotion ya ton sasia for your trim ye be 18th October bejan sasia for 6,000 who be ato give us a center what the GC capsule GC mission you know so in run doso hat builders real estate wow sabe abenya sasia afu egu yi ato City Light International School papa ba ya de betete ya mofra no eno no fa obakọ won kwaje ngmachia motasis ni pada nyumre wonu aduane sa ya nkamfo aduane fa som sa ya fro bia wo ye fa som aduane be ye de Cross Training Institute ya badi ngmachia mapa ebe mo bibia sa wo ye adwuma sa bia wo so no wo ye GS sa ya tete sa no ni nyina abenya ngmachia bia sua abusua nyuma ko ne doso won nyina drama na kase boyi wo mkra ye peche de be som mo anyuma hu adwen chane bra 05026 135 and wechi Accra 100.5 Facebook live with the guswa ya can nyina dia mawo and you can come for me Kachre Kwabena bedu and remini aba
nanama ejako afabusia for akase bono emu enchemu enni ene de due ya former sanitation minister Cecilia Bladapa Ansah no mkoso ewo Accra High Court na hintasem ya office of the special prosecutor banu didi dia betu edwa lawyer kisi ejabe enyina da ene say woni Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI for wo wo United States of America ato abasakon ya samedi wo elbo na so ene echidom sene ebe ya Cecilia Bladapa pa ni dwumadi ahodro ne associate wone chese ne partners wo mo ye ewo America no wo mo betimi aboa no ama no ayemu hwehwemu na special prosecutor enjire mu enyina da ne say kamia sabnada pa wo partners ya wono mo edi dwuma ewo America mai emu eti adwapade de ne empempem ene wasum edi agu USA ene afesu kura no wo bank account awoduo pi ya wo dwuri sikafiri wo mai Ghana edi kogumu eti financial transactions sikadie hu adwadie nkitawudi ahodoa ekoso no wo hia se kire se FBI afo no won betimi aboa no ansa na sa hwehwemu no etimi awie peye etu ogiramu gidigidi butu ya sa media madam Cecilia Bladapa no enche bi adwapade e wo Ghana ha sei na estate hu sensem wo ba na ekopiem wo ni fie enema wo hu ye no wodi mu enchiremu ni mu amane aba betodwa wasanso atie si USA e wo so na adwapade empempem ni sika bot dwetene e wo hanu menos no yade achese wo yemu enhwehwemu na ne high court no wo mo ekwa asetena no ensa wo fra epie mu be nyina da ne se na wo twi mu no wo mo kwa court Cecilia Bladapa enam legal team so se case ni wo mo entimendi ni ntem eti asam kuna nka no bekoso 18th October no ya twi edi aba 12th October Cecilia Bladapa ebu achese Ghana fo etuna da paddo enkrofo ohuro no ena afensu ni sika botene a special prosecutor ban fie wo befa yede ne nsato so ne bank account ahodo ni sika ewo mu a special prosecutor se wa freeze no amana ewura ho hia ene ahokyere mu ne ho kyere ne papa wo pesika kwa dwuma enya de otimi ekwa na account mu ekokwa yibie edina cha se wo sere court ne se asem de ne wo mu endi ne ntem na cha se na account ahodo na dwapade ne sika ahodo a special prosecutor de ne nsato so nyina da no wontimi nyi ne nsa fan freeze no wontimi nkom enkonko yi sika no bi esan say wawura hu hiehia ene ahokyere emu na Ansah na no special prosecutor lawyer Kisi Ajabe e dia hintasem bi betu dwa ya na obu acho say Madam Cecilia Branda pa ni nua ya owu 2022 no na count bi wo hono mo a eye adwuma ya chese sika ekotom anu nya sika wa sika no kotom sem bem sika kasia pa enchiremu ya Cecilia Branda pa na lawyer for the man nyina den say sika no anase account no ni nua ne ewu ye na chese wo bie ye ya na ode agency abode afia chire no sika bia kokotom a eye nsan abode na woje na sika hofra kwa na sa account no akotom no de kwakotue ni nua ne ma esuku fisi na ya se Accra High Court Madam Cecilia Branda Power no ankasa bo anan ekoye a ene chese bi chekase na abo Ansah former president kofo na ire da fam ye na no mudi na wotweda enti ene ani brain soja tum na hofade nyina brisi ena chese wode ekọ court wono mo ena chese special prosecutor asanso crowd foforo ababebo mo obu atese de woni Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI for a womo USA na ato abasa konwa Cecilia Branda panadwa pade ahodo a ewo America ne bank transactions ahodo ya wo ye nyina da no wo mo eboa no amena ye mu ehwehwemu na ahwemu pade a na lawyer Kisi Ajabe ankasa Cecilia Branda adapa no wode ne ho akye no eniema wode nani ehunu document ahodo sikadwa tebete ya wakopie so de nani ehunu no se wo se wo bo ho dawuro e de ho amane e beto Ghana fo animu a Branda pa baabi onam bia no nipa be si na bo ye kwa homa no so ne akotwetwe enkomo ye ne lawyer Berima private legal practitioner e fansen we se hu foforo ya office of the special prosecutor dia bebom say woni FBI for a investigation afa Branda pa dwumedi ahodo a ekoso e wo USA lawyer Berima nwure ma adwuma kwa badbakra kasebo eso lawyer Atimenka
Metonka na mejesu
yo dia na ba beto edwa enie say special prosecutor office beka say woni Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI for ato abasa ko mo boa no amoma investigate Madam Cecilia Branda pa na ya set e USA the transactions ahodo ne associate ne partners eye e USA no emra emu no special prosecutor betimi atusa anamo no aye bibi sa tra de wo ye e wo Ghana ha sei afa ma me na dwapade a e wo abrochiri
well ni dwumadie no de ye nyina no so o dwumadie ahodo ba me nsi ba ko ye investigative powers ana ba ko ye prosecutorial powers enti investigative powers de ade mu nhwemu na wo ye ana no na ba mu wo nya hoden bi akobọ akoye prosecution na wo so koye inti se no sabi bani za mago bo enso nyango ko ani kata so obese on kwa wodi ntimi ni bia oti wo kwan so oti enne aso se Ghana police enne Interpol edinza wo so mo mutimi mo bia tiri ntakwa ko dia manone a oti wo mo Interpol ko tin bo an was our country so ati pa na be na wo kromu ana sa na no so dey bi FBI is known to be doing investigations into say we want to see investigations efa ma me ne ho emra na ma no kwan the act more there's a form a life audit form or lifestyle audit form with my minutes of feeling out today would you want the plan for senior it's all right I mean and the kwanzo or kwanzo to be out any man and now we can try to the water maybe our cousin and want to know we don't want to discard it I mean nothing has any so what is the problem and I need to account around them is that sometimes that you good yes who they are not so why is he worried? They know the end of the me moon and then say what for FBI, not what is the FBI. And I said that my opinion, a good step and what it is. So, which young one was woman as season Ryan in 10 years ago. But FBI idea a long time investigation body America and a very experienced when it comes to investigation. The horse there. On my penny, I'm going to process. We are going to some of you know
said ye Madam Cecilia Branda Paja wa bobra said ye ngofo keken watena abrochira koskua na hyase na emuye efie ye pa sese na ne papa kora ye governor ya na o man Ghana Central Bank yi woda no former president Kwabena mu abreso osumya wa member of parliament and afensu kwa no mampani Akufo-Addo ba yensu a wo som enom ne ade nti e kasa bia obi abobra wa bobra enti se ne eka kokwe sa asset declaration se bia former president Akufo be sector minister wa member of parliament bantma twice two or 2 times enti se kasa bia obi aye adwuma bobra ewo welter owobi it is a special prosecutor be gina na bia na asset ya wo declare ye wo bra president Akufo-Addo ba ye appointing the same minister no na afi ni ya hwe say within 7 years eniema wanya no eboro so ana say bia na adwuma a wo ye no ne salary nie per diem allowance say na wunya ne ahwe na de atoto ho ahu say na che say eniema wanya no edimu pepepe
nana and some of the bank and some of the as in the money you I'm telling you, don't forget, and this can work and the other one, the Kakra may know, and not me means that I can back. Near Baku. But what are the twins saying?
Aya, we are lawyer ni me bow. Wobianka send Sikaira. And President Akufo-Addo so appointed Madam Cecilia Brother pass on be minister. Every year be a AG auditing the ministry honomo. Obi a mekanse sika bia yira wo hodo appointing no so nka se wo dizika ama no amesika na yira it is a special prosecutor wo ya investigations no akọ obi de na sika ho no mo na se sika no do nsa to so a wo se ne nsanka state ni dia
ministry plan what some company from first beginning na de super community o company bia ka do ministry sika ko ne kana yira untin sa mi so da but order to general report there nyaba ukohwemu anzam ne bebe na do bio bohum bebe ba ye man $41 million so what yakoyi at odona ya yimu na won di hodi asi yakọ odi anzam bebe ba odona ye wo na ye $20 million ifo na se yakoyi mo $20 million ajima na wo zia ore fanison 41 ni na kwa nko no di mu fampo na ko $20 million ajima na da won and he wants to kind of trans as a minister na minister be and me my 8 to a minister before so I know how ministers were paid I know how ministers were paid and next current ministers now we are highest paid in the history woman put on the highest paid in the history of Ghana from 1992 by permanent crown woman paid you give one the paid 3,000 Ghana cedis. I'm telling you on authority minister BN Kroma was even 25,000 Ghana cedis a month. In the doesn't of
that's what no cosmetics company said dear bay was also cry investing was share branasino were investing Nisika or Nema Bibrim.
Any other profit business. Or declare so as a company in a company a more profit or Canada. Or Canada.
And I told you on
you can't be a director in the company when you are a minister. How do you mean? I mean, sorry, Senator. I mean, Mrs. I can be without back on somebody in the boom. Nanama. Remember how 2017. And I still using somebody. And I'm we are doing. Yeah, I can afford. Yeah, I can afford. You might have money. What you want? The gentleman is I want somebody with that. You want to see and I'm not
where dia na se me be ma me no nwie ni sei se ne ya wo kan ye nyina da ye nim ye sekisi ajaben eniema wode nani ehunu e wo Cecilia Abnada pa account mu wo ko ni fie eniema wode nani kohunu ye ne properties ne dwapade e wo Ghana hanom no e wo nkontabuo no ketuwa bi emu ba ko pe say 100% emu be say 5% e na we yie pie ama Ghana fo eni ehuni ana abrochesu die omunye wo mu niema ensie gidie ne arehemu ewo mu se wo se woni FBI fo no aka bom wo mu boa no me na investigation afa Cecilia Abnada pa ne transaction ene na asset we USA ho na at the end of the day no what they say accurate report die wo mu do behunu nyina da no wo de ba betu dwa Ghana fo ehunu
of course I don't want it and now send me can gadra was FBI fo there o man pani ko ngo kanjiro bi da we have ka dey ana ungu ame fe matun ayi cheme na bitu kana mbana de aba matem bitu anu bintu nzi wa bi ade no wonya ga na ha ne ati o ana ade asam no ye boti kwa ne nko wi ama bani etu na je banem bete na unti bi ayi bi ade de American president ko ko yenya ne sa ho jomo de so wa ko tan o mo ade o jomo hu no o mbe o jomo hu sa ba sana je
asie anwumre na o voice ko pe warm water ne wo ne lemon na enunum ne kakran because adwuma ne so
aya pe bi me
Awusia for lawyer Chum Berima private legal practitioner ene ene twin kon ka chi
ayime no sia bram kase abone atubu magesa
maame no
no
hwe kisi ajabe no
yes
eniema wa hunu ne ka chi mu kitikiti na ode abetu yo
yes
ena prudential 1 million
mu kitikiti
eniema wa ko hu wa maame se osinko odni nyina etudwa nka silabra panka ne nko odu court no ka Ghana fo be hia no court enu ansi na bo aku no eniema kisi ajabe ehunu no
Stefano
emu kete
emu kakapua bi
emu chochopua bi eniema okwo hu ye woni fie sika okwo pie so Kwabena pa
fie o papa biribiri kwa ache wo
ene na account briwam ene mi say was start investigation no so no ne asset investment real estate ni niam a wa hunu no ne hu adwiri nti na say watie si USA no enu ntia
USA for so FBI for de o mani ade o wom te say grani o wom te tatata mo ba so enya ize
na wasa ko gina court aka kire say ena account na special prosecutor freeze no eni usika na wa freeze no etu ho kire
na sisa me ko fa court o
Kwabena pa
am pion me ko fa ho wa wi e wa de mati pabu kura ko ya bantam kakra
sa
oh yes
yenkwena
enya ize o
sem na no ode oni mati pabu nya bantam
yeah munya bantam kakra o ko mu sia o corridor so ko se mati na sem na o ka no Ansah ama me ye yi o Amma nkrofo nyanya adwimi fa me ho na friend ledu ba bi na ne lawyer fo ne bam ono sisi Kwabena pa lawyer ne bam pe na ne e bantam pa o you are a lawyer you don't have to do say what lawyer hey is yo he ka de e be kan nyina ya masam ba ho kransie he Ghana ha no mani bra bre no samo jeje me ya ho Mr. Bessie de na bitimi ai ya pemo so eja kokko no asokko kokko na himfie na nyimrei ensam no ya de mamo se ne sitie me pam chwa na ya kase ebomu ya de beto manim se aggrieved customers are one more defunct Gold Coast Fund Management Company ni mu no wamubu afu wamumunu ya kutuku matikwa pae am wamu nyina bo twije sa ekopia mo finance ministry adan ya no ne se na amen sabe enei wonuma wamusoro enchine boto ena nsu aburu wam kwaye mu apupu ombo masuo ena na omuda sukachi wama sebi sika ewo Gold Coast Fund Management sika bete sika brantam ama na anu ada abai baye abe revoke sa company license enam so customers maku beburu empemaduonum 55,000 customers wam investment nyina aloko sika ba ku mponi wa wamunya ede afiri ho ebi mu kire se wam lifetime investment o maye wamu pesika bi patu am school fees wamunya ebi mu kunu mu awuwu ebi mu ada ne mere wane nkokora gudam ebi mu de danuro so pesika kotonuro ne nyina da sika na kam na ne ma asem ne ya wram eye hie na enwanwa ne se abri bia no ya na abane de bone ho safo ni se Gold Coast Fund Management customers no watu amuka ne adi ade sa de semra hye bedam wonu mu hwe agitu mu o amas 8.6 billion Ghana cedis wamu approve se yemfentua Gold Coast Fund Management customers ne ka safo eso so kire se parliament approve azika no abane so se watua obi aso se ne nsanka ne de edisika no atua fa he amema fa he a enai wamu kire se sika no matua nanso ebi mu kire so wonsa enka yeyi ewia sempani se baabi ani pesika wo no ehwa na ne nkwanso wo etuamani abre ko wo pusu nso pusu nyaka amenra wo nyina bo atweje sa ekopia mo finance ministry sa sani ade ne ko de amugamu nipa bewa se ko pa de benfo nkyene nwe so ba kwatena fie me kombede wo de ene kombeda finance ministry ho awuwa da ho ada ne sama twantan emo sama ya hunahuna wonu ma adi sika no enya sam kitwa no ada yakase ebamu o yense John Christopher Ticho Class FM wono kasa ko honum from krankra to krankran ema mu nkomo wono ma na agitwi wo nyina no woni bi dum twetwe nkomo ma wote ne ekoso ene we hure ya to yen ka bi shemu yen kwate a yesi aggrieve customers ne say da on mo da finance ministry ho no wo mo nyina yesi so mo nkukuru wo mo nkaka wo mo nkate wo mo sumuye no ma kofie ene yesi afa hede na asia ntia mo kwa sika no ma tua na anu no ora chas nyame a wo convener ede makuo ni ditu dwasa da bi tua dia wo mo ntua ye nanso sesi a ye kase na na motuo bi aba ho empadifo finance ministry ho ye finance minister no ene empadifo ene wo makasa se wo mate wo busu ni wo mawra ho no na eyade a wo betu ho na monte wo kina da wo beye ehyiamu meeting na meeting no ekotwa di papa betimi afiri mu aba eto ora chas nyame ne nkrofo se saso mo fi nyo ya krama nya ne dabre na so so no okwan bia so no atwunduru ya mpere ne danta eto amo kofia kwatwentwe so akosi se wo kira meeting ne baba so namom sa meeting ne baso wie na bi papa bia afiri mu amade a ene enye obi na kumantwi boasi akoda ni ti akwaja kirema won be saba finance ministry ho ababeda ho bio
me hu ni say ankasem be fia kapenmu na eka but for 24 hours penmu bia ni henti na mrewafo no kokrafo da abonten se penifo ni fie so na se kan kwala nko a nkwala sabi omujibi eni tie bejimi wo finance ministry ha ene ye twe bo ase tweye ene omu nyina aba adwuma no mba be wuram me address media ni wie ne block kwan ne se ne ye ne omu nyina abeda ho obie ni ho be pie no obie ni ho zo a obewuram ene ye block kwan no eti ye block kwan ni wie no na fei the next action is ye block entrance ni wie no
yeah
obi e ba otimi wuram obi e pie otimi mpi ene ya say ye betu gate na to form and am say address media as ye to gate ni to form wie a the next action is ye be block kwan no ene ye ko fa ma ene omu gate ni pan e honum na na fei sabi adwene ya beto di patim sa na minim se sa ni power finance ministry ho ye call 24 hours na hu ni pa bia ho but e ba se video ye betu pro na to form because penu bia reflect nkwala ye tibi e fa e man ya na bang na mo ba bang e video say oh ni pa ba ho na e fe ni ba twefo ne ye course emrewafo ya tretra form ho omuso mu mo bi komo bi aba e fe de kukuru within few minutes now less than 15 minutes they started say you take action no now Minister of State at the Finance Ministry Amin Mohammed ababe jina ho enti obo frey na ye call ye na Amin so osreye efedi ni pa befi efedi adwene na koda be bieda enti efi na omati yesu ye tupu na to form no and oba so say si adosreye oma you ready so be engage na find lasting solution
area se remeda e de woni ranu ampo Charles nyame e convener ade ma Gold Coast Fund Management customers no what in waka no wasi adusu amutu pon na adwena bampanifo tim se de wa banda o kano strategy mu wura eye ministry ho na mu 2 point to form wo bi antimi nya mu foko na mka kira wo na customers na nkasa bia ni ache se wo mu leader mu convener Charles nyame se nsese mu nkofi mate ase mu beko na manante se pa ne se
mo fa yesika maye ya di yesika kwa mo de yewu isi bi wo yewu sikana ya di yesika ya bada na 1 week kura ya di yesika yewu me wa masses me wa nananu 5 akwa mo de me stress me juma kura senso me di 65 years me pa mo chopa me hu amani enti me sanka sika meden me dance sika me high dan me fera pamome enti na ma aba ne me nya me sika me di betua fera na me di bi ahwe nkola no na me di bi but yen sanka enti ye wo ha omunka bi papa nkyere yen so omunya 1 week kura meda because fera atwe me obebo bi dede enti me pedede na ma ba ha no
oh omo ba be tie yen dia anka me fi se ka me se ni yiye mu no
ya di azika
ha ya Jessica mama ni na wote si wokekam no araho mama pani mu pa o hanu wo suo no mama ni nim suang zang but araho sem
afra ya tie si nwumesuom Ghana man pani na nado dan kwa kufado e de atudwa se na ni gi e na hoho ase 2017 na bandwa kese ohwiri tina so no senior high school wadi free policy e ba ye ya eneno enkoda akọ secondary education won tueteku ana se kapreba emfama aban no na wose September 2017 and na West Africa Secondary School yeah one grand say wo pa ho ntema na kyerese no abandwa no wo tena so no abosome wotwe 8 months achi na sa adwumade we wodi betu dwa na wode nse we nyina tu dwa wo bra wone heads of assisted secondary schools Charles wo mu hyemudi etoso aduasia baako 61st conference na kyerese wo kwakasa ye ewase na wo bu a kyerese free senior high school policy no aba ya bona tenase na ye se nu nketesia no mrantie mayua no mamu a wo mu wie junior high school no wo bia kwa secondary education kyerese eye free bonto no kwa de ye na niji kura ne se ni quality no so kura no kwa na ekosoro emfa hu ni dede ankrofo ye na free senior high school ankrofo manyanwani nie na free senior high school teacher for bre ankrofo ma enyanwani ni so mampani akufadu bu a kyerese afi bia kwa wie ya na se wayeke wasi sohwe kosoro results e ba no editwem wose kyerese nkora ni twetwetwa paase no anu kura etimi agene nsem wose se policy no ama kane no enkoda ne sukukwa na akosoro a wa mo frase na ye 830,000 afei enenu enkora senior high school wa mko 1.4 million it was here yadia abeboa pa ewo educational sector ho yentie mampani akufa no nsem odi tudwa President Charles abusia ya hwe na yakwa homa no so na yakwa akwatwetwe nkom na Ansah na no yetie mampani akufa no nsem odi tudwa obu a kyerese free senior high school ni quality no akosoro eye papa kwase first ya na yetua school fees ema enya secondary education
0.12% in 2016 and 71.51% recording A1 to C6 in social studies as compared to 54.55% in 2016. Lest we forget, the 2021 batch of students who also obtained very commendable results were the pioneers of the double track system, which elicited a lot of unmerited vilification and unfounded criticism on its introduction. The 2022 results are the best of the last 8 years.
Enkurano so di aponko anu mo kyerɛ aponko a they say no headmasters ni teachers no mo secondary schools no senior high schools mu no omo hunu sɛ won kwada ekɔ wasi na wo mo antwa wo headmaster ni school teachers no manim begu asenti no apode omo fa ne kwa mampani na na rodanko akufu adu anum nsam no ye kwa ahoma no so na ye ne Dr. Clement Apak ranking member education committee parliament ye ne nkwatwetwe nkomo emfasa nsem hu Dr. Apak, good evening.
Good evening, Miniaba. Michia for nyina michia mo free doninga.
Oh, ene ukwa wa anwumre ye da asese ye fra ye nya wo.
No me person so obusa south.
Okay, constituency. Now what is say adwuma ekose form to say?
Oh, form there.
Ahokyere ya ne nipa na mu ntida bi da mera ba bia ahokyere wo ho no ye be enden. Honorable Yemra Mampani Akufu Adonsem so was in Finchia Watri enie. What's the results are about 2022 no? Ebinsi da edutwam. Eti emfa woni ensama odu ankrofo ka. Ede afa free senior school policy ho no. Wo si ni people eye na nigi esan said say no ko secondary education quality no. Just akosoro atwam as 2015 2016 and 2020 2014 one mo no a na parents HS school fees do ma eco school no sansam e wusom say
yo bi na ba me dase am say e man peni no one na ban MPP ndada na omo dada Ghana fo a yedi tumi ma omo a bibia omo beto ye azeti apansam no wogidi sa bedi edu no Ghana fo no yenim ne kwe eti debiara da no sori a na de open no oka hwe mini aba fe wo pese wu se bibi e quality a enye insohwe no na eye insohwe no ekire ye kai obi biara wodi na ni edi wasi echi sami amini se yetia no utimi wo se
So I say exam of practices. And answer now say what day school I need to took an exam of practices are poor cheating. And then I say for no. I pay your cost to papa ye will be that. And here point number 1. A bill in Corona, Obako University, the tertiary no. But no can say, no, idea man, penny, friend, university lecturers, other lecturers of tertiary institutions, Ebisa Woma. And come back at them and penny said, and Corano 6 days. Now, so Moko University, and that's a college education, and that's a nation training. I'm a bread. It's answered, don't want to pass. And you know, what yeah, the NT. I don't know. Yeah, the man, wow. We know who can say, you know, National Teaching Council. Dr. Adepokudano. I feel we have a budget hearing for this year's budget. No, Omoka say, Yama Mokwina, Omonti 7 million Ghana cedis. And finally, the Omo say entrance exam. So we decide to say, Dina Mopesa entrance exam. And we say the quality of the students that are coming from the secondary school system is in question. So that tells you that quality is suffering. Finally, Mr. President, since 2020, Republic of Ghana, Yankwarano, woman they don't write the same West African examination, school certificate examination like their colleagues in Nigeria, in Liberia, and in Gambia. Since 2020, no, Ghana has been holding its own version. Top in part, you can call it Gassi instead of Wasi. You know, you cannot compare students who wrote Wasi in 2016.
Hello, Honorable.
Yes.
Enti COVID ne ba na timetable ne sesa no everyone mo kwa no wasi bia ni Ghana ha biem
baby you try what the exam that our students are writing is only specific to Ghana, West Africa. You cannot compare students who wrote Wasi their results to students who wrote Gassi. It is fraudulent, and that is why the president must be told that he is fully uninformed and he should ask and hear the truth about what is going on. Our students since 2020 have not been writing Wasi. They have been writing Gassi, the Ghanaian version of the West African Examination Council for secondary school students. That is the truth.
Tapak, mamini wunye ni say, what raise issues bebre? Yes, I say, kwa no pesika, aye entrance examination, ediama, omo tertiary institutions simu. Eja wa introduce free senior high school policy. At the end of every year, biya nkwe kwa se gasio, se waye ki results yi eba, enkura no etwa. Ena ensohwe biya the outcome, ena betchre, se adeno form, ne ubotaya no wo achieve anase bia ade no u feli ekofom de ohuna ne se nkora ni twa ya wo challenges p but chance for headmasters for omo nkasa stakeholders omo so educational sector no omo so nkasa eni so omo nkasa de anasa bibia akwa Dr. Clement Park minority for na ekasa akwa bibi ti say mo de policy na no mama de say be criticize
Baby, the question is the entire headmaster listening to me and say, so Koka, very lady. Inti, as I said, be a person, to me, Nejuman, to me, and now, on your debate corner, no addition, a year in the mano. What kind of crap? But headmasters now, President Kasachro Mono. When him say, Omupia, another president, through almost tree, because I want him to Queno, Kano Monka. The truth is that our students since 2020, the truth is that since the introduction of the free senior school policy, examination malpractices have skyrocketed. The truth is that since the first batch of the program went to tertiary institutions, lecturers at the tertiary level have complained about the quality. And this is the reality.
Pani yana wase na yemfa wonsi anwumre nyankopon ensan fa omra medru enkran asomdue mu.
Mese da ze bebre but monti
oh
not wasi.
Yate wasi. For Dr. Clement Apak, ranking member, Education Committee, what Parliament is saying, Gassi, Omuntre wasi. Answer COVID-19 no. Date ya time ana wase Omuntre wasi no. Na after lockdown no COVID-19 no. Ghana for ya omu dianku. So since then, omun call back to that we say na da wasi.
Yeah, so wasi the one ye put a try. But what's by a check?
What's the me try wasi?
There be
SSC.
Yeah,
SSC. So after SSC, you know what's by
SSC the crown name say na wasi na ni na wasi. But say ne
confused guy.
And a boy anything and why you know Kwabena Robert no.
SSC
yes wasi. So wasi in West Africa
because ye ni West Africa, ni Nigeria for.
But papa be say
ye
Nigeria for no Ghana.
COVID no. Nti Ghana ya wa for the set questions no.
Yes.
And no dia akona ka akiri. Apo teachers no say English ya teachers ne kire nkora no. The ska external invigilator omo beba. Say me ba twere bi.
Okay.
External invigilator de beba no ho. E wo ska omo jeje. Student no candidate no mo de
no
subject bia geography we ska wo betua e de ama geography teacher
wow
because on say after what the results be by last year education minister Dr. Duchumbe can say schools now underperforming schools no almost candidates quarter exams say wo man performing yin omo be close ni nyina.
Okay.
Educhumbe can say we say schools be a underperforming what's no on be close those schools no e man crofo twabo no an say who as a sector minister no wadwuma ne say and they say school be anso no ho no betina ho no mu a obeji dimbone aka say ne nkoda akwatre gasi no of deck a friend say why exams no wa faili. Okay. And say the headmaster assistant headmaster ni teachers nya ne kabom and o ma solve questions dito no
wow she me nya ni say ankanie
enti na o ka say university tertiary institutions no o na me say jesi post to bibia say why university o so
University of Ghana Legon be unipa over 2000.
Yes
deep grade points less than 1.0
because upon the dito no akwotwere
sister
when you pass mark
ba ye sa tabi you come mine ko sua na sua dia no ba na jo level ko sia how much for
buku hu sa
what
upon kura mu si abakura no be kon so kura na ama
ba ku bi obi de be da me
geography ya nya ni dito anadwo ya na ya
madam for dro jati
ye kodru examination ho na ama
madam for dro jati was here we are Robert upon aba no betro me ko ya ama literature
ene die questions no ekwa school ho a na mo twa exams no na teacher ni solve enti examination ho na solve na
we o mo twa ya
o ti na de bo
ti kwa no be bra bobo
ka kire enko
masa
enko
yampem so na yanko yanim okase anim ohwi adwenkyira ne bra na nyumre ye beche muska eti me pa cha wutie kase aba no so maka kire so akra kase de e de zane wo twa fufuo ma na tonkwa mu no kama kranti fa phone MTN *413# *413# step 2 no na watu so akra FM 5 cities spend the better war ye wi e ma usika 5 million ekọ wu benya to phone so nkrofo din da bi enti emfa anya kwadworo na nei Ghana emra nim ni pani aban lawyer penny onukro ya yi swafo hatentone won sam so me minister for state attorney general ora Godfred Yabo Adame wa babonte dia betudwa se Professor from Paul Boaten kane swafo anu hwe abode mu nyansa penye matwe ehu ahia eho wade subuo bebo ho se abamu panifo tu gala ene gala no butu etu ni oni wode wo boso boa kan se gala ni tuo se kura no ene abaya try kese mu me kire Jubilee House the seat of government e okura me se wa mo fom gala no wode awia anadwe da suom na empanifo yi adwam het akoye kwayem wɔn so kura nkwa wɔn waskanti wɔn na atotɔ ayimfidi akɛse no ɛna wɔn de ama boys no na kyɛ so wɔn hyɛ kwaye brentuo mu etuo in fact subuo ya ɔpani from pop boatin bɛbɔ ye Ghana fo ɛyɛ mo hye wɔn paa na nyenti ana Ghana fo ɛyɛ mo nwanwa kɛse ne sɛ ɔmampani akufo ado dani dan nyina no na wɔde bɔ ne ho safo hene sɛ sani ɔkan sɛ wɔbetu galase no wɔgu so ɛma mprempre de wakɔ n'anim wɔm sɛ wɔntu aseɛ na so wɔnya nkɔ anim a ɛsɛ fata paa Professor from Paul Boatin ani da bi wɔn ho na se efri ɛyɛ na dwa so sɛ former Minister of Environment, Science and Technology na papa yi bɛkasa kyerɛ sɛ nyenti a wɔn ho no kora ne sɛ wiase agyinamoa ni hɔ a ne nkurabɔ life ɛna etuo tu kwan na pɛtɛ kunya kwan epopo nani wɔ kwan so nti wɔn ho na firi osas wɔn na brɛ so wɔn ma kwan mu obi ankotu gala wɔkyew ade ɔbɛyɛ ɔno nti wayɛ wɔsi akwan ne sɛ nto ɔbɛyi no afiri hɔ sɛ bɛyɛ kwan mu bɛda hɔ papa ba bonti betire mu sɛ galari tuo no de egusu akɔ so na sɛ de wadi kaka no ɛne abamu mpanifoɔ the seat of government ɛne ade a saa sɛm yɛ ba bonti na ɛnɛ yi wɔn kyerɛ sɛ wɔn na ne wɔn kɔnkɔ report ampa attorney general so wɔn so asɛm mu ɛmɛ ne CID kopie mu wɔn anim eprepa ka sɛ attorney general Godfrey Abu Adame la bonti abɛ defend sɛ ensɛm a Frempɔ Boatin de kɔ dan CID no eye hunu empty hwinim adanse bia nso ni ho na eye wota keke akyerɛ sɛ nani na abrɛ ɛna wɔpɛ sɛ wɔkeka bi nanum na keka no wɔn titi na na wɔn pa sɛ medical scientist sɛ wɔn a na wo use empirical data dia yɛ wadwuma no ɛna ɔbɛyɛ politician kakra afɛdi onya danse bia no de afoa ne nsɛm so enti report no wɔn aboa to agu sɛ papa na nya danse bia amfa antakyiri.
The point I make first and foremost is that the Office of Attorney General regularly reviews dockets by the CID, and that is in pursuance of our constitutional mandate as a principal legal advisor to the government under Article 88 of the Constitution. So this review of a docket by the CID is nothing unusual to start with. And indeed, the review was specific in relation to allegations contained in the Professor Frempong Boatin report. The professor had made specific allegations against named individuals in his report. The president had directed the CID to investigate the allegations. The CID of Ghana Police Service indeed built a docket after critically going through a process of interviewing and indeed examining all the persons who were named in the report. Each of the individuals named in the report, a statement was taken from them. Statement was taken from each of the individuals mentioned in the report and against whom allegations have been made by Professor Frempong Boatin. In the statements given by each of the individuals, they categorically denied any allegation against them. The burden then is to investigate the matter further. And who was in a better position to assist the CID with the conduct of investigations than the person who alleges that these individuals were engaged in wrongdoing? And the professor clearly, as recorded in the docket of the CID, refused to cooperate. A number of attempts were made to take statements from him. He even refused to give a written statement. He stated that he was relying on the bare allegations contained in his report. The CID proceeded further to probe all the allegations against each of the individuals. And they could not unearth anything at all.
Godfrey Abu Adame, Attorney General and Minister for Justice, and what you find say from Paul Boatin abeke kansam na guo keke na so wentimi afa danse bia antachire eti na num na keka no wo titi wo wi no ade pe so say well asam ne konkon ho eti Ghana ni bia so wo fi say wo adanse a obetimi dia bo ma legal process no hetumi akoso yo no yansi ukwan fabra na enwemu entimi nkoso.
Indeed, I request of you, the media who perhaps are giving vent to all these unfounded allegations made by people, to supply any piece of evidence against any individual named in the report which has not been discussed, examined by the Attorney General in the advice to the CID. The work of the Attorney General is not subject to some political commentary on radio anywhere at all. It is actually a very serious matter, and the dockets are built on the strength of evidence that has been properly unearthed through proper investigations, that there should be a charge or two against such a person. What is the evidence in support of any of the allegations contained in the report? Absolutely none at all. So I think the pertinent question for you to ask a media person of those who are making wild allegations in the media to furnish me with any evidence that they have against any individual here named in the report. My inquiry was on whether criminal charges can be sustained against any of the individuals named in the report here. And I think that's the most important thing. And indeed, on the question as to, it's also important to clarify, first and foremost, that the report or the docket presented by CID was not a general docket on Galamsey cases in the country. Definitely not at all. The docket by CID was specific. It bordered on whether these named or specified individuals, there was a case against them.
Ani amuti Godfrey Yabu Adame, why Attorney General, Minister for Justice. But Adansia, and as some Adansia, you know, sister, you tried assembly be the Adansia. Proper what you Adansia and Fat, who's your say?
And Professor Fimpo Watson, you release be the buy.
Yes, my who kind
was say, how did we get here?
How did we get here?
Now, I didn't buy ya now, release where to buy.
Oh, say that is.
Aha. And man, Jimmy Drew Fiona Minya me papa na dey send me na me read you through. So okay. Entin na Godfrey ya bo adame this idea we ya base an ye me allegations na wo mo accuse om ni nyina no oni evidence bia ne ade because almost say also the sa ade we ma CID for September.
Okay.
12 September.
Yeah, 12
September. Then no release by. My opinion no, how did MPP get here? No? And no, because a moon some
Hey, what be about me? I can't say crowd. You only be about to abamano.
A moon sempa. What rough now? If I baby, I say economic indicators in Yunaka Ghana, Yajina Biano. And yet, even 30 years, Ghana bet me good economic recovery after 30 years.
And suddenly,
a moon someone naturally say a bomb. Oh yes, and a first I'm pass a catasso. Yes, a catasso.
I'm just my panacrano. Oh, you be
biasa. When you be biasa and come the way by. So go money was. Oh yes, yes. Go money was. Watch us President Kufado Gragala. Yes, say what's one year dance here? Excavators no more confiscating. And your man a day. Oh yes, it is evidence in Cajon say excavators the tutuaira. That's a baby. Godfrey, your boy damage the only the parent for our dear. Hey, Sikenti. Matomanyam. I was your fire twasso. Nanny, you want people man your kuno. One more money, our founding member, such a leading member, at the new Patriotic Party, Dr. Nyaho, Tamal Clone, dear to Jana watches and your money. Ah, I'm one of your phone. I buy that time, papa. No, crowd the end of whom it's say. A new pebium ye clergy as soft one, and Ansah Muahe, Professor Martinum. Any be a glove for a former President John Mahama and Nabanso, and ye creating ye lutuna corruption. Was in there, memory of full air time, chronobono air time, and so sancriphone in Adano. Woman ye be D, and to Amaka Wamo and Watum, and why yen central for shame, dear, and on this same to Jana Watcher said. MPP among your co position pa, said Wamoshi share near ma, so mube bua may pa no President Kufado. Ama woman mu guase wa ma won sesi from wa ma sama nyoku MPP ni kwa na ye tan aye Ghana fo ahyi obi wa no kroti MPP ni kwa na tese ne so won fe won fa ne nsanhye ne menase no won fe wo because enipa wo mu ne ye kandifo a wo ma hye wo mu nsa no wo mu tirimu wo sum adwom boni wo mu tim wo mu ba akro no bo wo mu ba ahunyade na wo to ne nsem so se Akufo Addo a woni mu ni firi titi no ni subane ne yeye eni ne se de wo bu man no woni mu Akufo Addo biem Akufo Addo adane wo hoho kra a kire se Dr. Nyawo tamakro timitena ase ya no bi se a Akufo Addo wanu ani ananse no wo president e dinti no ni suban yankasa ne character ankasa no wodi sie yemu ebinom esanse wo se enne de abamu mpanifo okro no cheso wo mu bowie no mo do mo nsa afifa wo mo kokosi se ya na wo mo sere wata because wo bo okro no ni wie no wanya ne hu se ya chaw e wo bre nipa empempem e na chese wo mo esofa yenti ensima ho do Dr. Nyaho tamakro di tudwa.
As a founding member of the new Patriotic Party, I am worried over how leading figures in the ruling party's presidential primaries are now publicly confessing these acts of corruption with accusations of siphoning of public money and the coffers to resettle their families abroad, acquiring properties while the people of Ghana largely suffer and are deprived of basic needs. Ladies and gentlemen, recent abuse and arrest of demonstrators by the police only goes to attest to the fact that this government is doing all it can to clamp down on public sentiments because of their bad management of the economy by its appointees, who remain largely without meaningful employment to be satisfied. These are critical warning signs going to destroy the security of the state. We need to pay critical attention to this. Fellow countrymen, the Akufo-Addo I knew and had numerous dialogues and demonstrations with is not the Akufo-Addo who is now president. We need to be alert, knowing that there is constant military overthrows in Africa. You all know it. The reason, or the very reason, why these coup d'etats are happening in Africa are also being experienced in this country. Governor Ernest Addison should be told in the face that his lack of courtesy towards the demonstrators is a clear exhibition of disrespect in the highest order. Elsewhere in the developed world, public officers like him, whether elected or appointed, tend to adopt a more questionable posture of resignation.
And somebody dear a dosso was here Akufo-Addo na ba mu mpanimfo omo bo wo man yi kuro no wiase kadi kogwabro chire na dodo na esofa wo wieye na Dr. Ernest Addison so wo ti ni so said the course protest demonstration course so chire mu nsam didi nkrofo atem describe organizers minority leadership say wo mu ye hooligans wo so wo man bia chese system no ye adwuma nkasa akoa no enka wanda so nkuta ni position biem na nse de bibia sei e wo mem ni nyina dan kanfua Dr. Nyahota Maklo buache Electoral Commission said the Ghana fo ani abre no se Ghana fo so wadu abu fihyew etie si wo Electoral Commission so a wuntimi engina no nto no de wo ka kire ne se general election ya edi anim next year no wantutu ni niema yira kokwasa na se Jemensa Asare Bosman MPP Kabana omugu Electoral Commission one momuti mponya na se ye bewiam dia eni eku na esi ni je ku na esi Gabon ku na esi si no enson sene Ghana.
We also find it difficult to believe the hostile posture of the EC towards concern from stakeholders during the just ended voter registration exercise. This is very worrying. The poor performance of the EC is a serious challenge to Ghana's democracy ahead of the 2024 general election. That we have to think about seriously. Here are some specific recommendations for improving the performance of the EC. 1. The EC should be made more independent by amending the constitution to require that the EC's members be appointed by an independent body. The EC should be more transparent and accountable to the public by regularly.
Abusuafani ayeti ye Dr. Nyahota Maklo.
Afayentu bum so kodie bresia mu awatu an nsem mogabumani na yenkopiem wasante mantemu emprempra me ne wo kasai aprosifo me kire prosisa dom mo atwema tachiman wo mani abresa korodom wo matia gunwuram wo mo nenam fikyire ntolom mantwea ehwe nipa bonfo bi nsem ani a wo makokodie na busua wo ti asemi a wo yembehye wo bra Facebook live akra 100.5 UG de beto so ababa wa fe na niaba ne ko atwitwa awo ye nurse ni wadi mfihia duasa miensa ye Venerata Samwa wo ye adwuma awo MC Health Hospital awo Danyame atwema boko abrewa boga atwema kwanwuma constituency asantemantemu ene wo ababa wa Reta Samwa mfihia duasa miensa nurse ni apo adwuma ekofie enra ya o nyumre no nson wa kokodru fie kwa wa be fie kura o amani ya chese nipa bonfo bi akoko hia no kwanso akoko free naura wo ku ga no wo ku beautiful 33 years Reta Samwa shocking. My flabbergasted, my surprise. Eba se an madani oba hemi ya pa Reta Samwa makuno na mu kire se abi omuku no efiti ho ko ni fie be se 150 meters ti babi omuku no oma nja na mu na nto ho a na mu peja no twen na se a ekọ nim be se 150 meters kakra na mko gya ne to
yeah
dabi amane ne nche so matwa ne ho bibia na mom no baby omuku no omu hu niam bi wo ho girl ni o this is the girl I'm talking about sister hwe nipa se kwa sase ase
oh ababa wa fefe say
what
oh
Rita Samoa
33 years
why you nurse ni
okọ adwuma na wapon
wakọ adwuma pon a wo kọ fie
enu omu kokun no
kokun wa be fie kura o
enti omu fa ne bag na
ne bag no de omu amfa enti wonu me koto so hu ye no omu kwa ne ne bag baby omu kunu no ne bag da wa 300 Ghana cedis shem
ya amfa ne ho hwe
dabi afei sachet of Cerelac ena eda ho ena Pampers eka ho ena ne handbag ya 300 cedis shem
ena fa ena ne phone omu amfa hwe
amane nche se ho no mu hu egu ho ne niam ne gu ho
ena oda ho
wow that's
ati obi na akokunu enye se bi omo kwa akwaje ne phone na ne bag na bibia na
abrotche fo ye hwehwemu yi ma bra kopa ga we na wuo no abrotche fo ni su wow na se waware
oh
na se de maame ya afrima say in lawyer sel oh ni abusan se maame ba ne say
na paya na menana no frɛ ne sɛ asɛm atunu ni na mbae ma ne obo me asa oyenes okwadwuma edu tama obana omai watwa ya omba no to ko mo frɛ no agye sɛ obana wo so fo dai wo fa taxi aba na eche ya omai no so wonne no omba me yinu ankora no so wonne nche sɛ obata no bana padwa na ma ankora ni beku no ma sa no tete ko yepon prima plus 4 ma ba put for manti put for ne tana won ma kapkra fan na oma ne be fi tesa de be cha ma cha no obi hu sɛ mpabo bi gugu akwa mo ho ko ya na kese nesne da e wire mo no le boya ma bua mandia ofre ne nuan ma woni ko ho ko ya no kore o ko mpade o ma na ko hwefu no preso wa fa ko e en ho are sama baba ba che sa na de ke se nyamele nim nyamele be hu
hayampa onyankopon pe nanim nyankopon pe na ne kunu ababa wo ya kunu Rita Samoa a wada so fefe yi ne kunu wadi mfishi aduana na efra no owura otuo serebo agima oye contractor ti central for no yente asem ye bowura pass a otuo wo yire ne tiwa wani obi wa asem ana na osem me yire hono obi ani asem wani obi bi ani asem wasase we so
na no obi e bisa o se onu obi e wo problem a mi se mentimi nkyere on kanche mi so onu obi wo problem da na okọ adwuma ofroba sura onko ba bi abi oni adamfo me ka che nse me nya adamfo 70 on so sa no opeke me ti oni adamfo ba bia at times odu so fula ya ofre me na mabisa ni se enipa wo ha na se enipa wo ha na matuka ako na akofa na ba ti se obisa me se nipa ni ho dia ono ankasa ba eti we no enu a ofre me around 6:30 ana abeka che ni se rate nipa wo ho oso ja mefa ka ba ti me twen so beba na wa mabi mu no the mekan say onu ni obi ani asem ana obi atimi akokunu sa just like that
kose wate 44 years wa ware oyire wu agyaw ya just like that nipa bomfo akokuku no na abaiwa no ana sister yi baby a wote ne landladies ye fra no maami akosua ajewa ene say wono so ne central food din common watch say we abani say no wo mate shock empotem wona say ye hu pupu abowo mo obi anya study na prosifo so manwuram na bambo mo miam san say hwa ye hu abo akokwa wudidi amati so obomofo bi dede
eba 8 years na bisi atwoma bokọ baabi efiri hwa de bi nsesa bi sister bi na bi mo kono to we say ya ende a che bet na akra na nche efiri hwa de bi nsi bi aha na wudi de akro no sam na wa na wudi de mi hu say krono sam na wa ha krono de bi ha pa na wudi de wota na okunu de just wo mtete ne de ama wontra no asam ono kra no kasa wontra na singo so no wosere eno na akra dua wako ma course wotwade mo no me kwa me sesa aka 250 peso nyambo achina na maje wakana nya kwa no wosere ti ama no okunu de mo ne problem bia se tabon fot ma sa de ndi nya me kwan be hu ne pakora wo ye ne sa de no ma course ama wona mesre fine just be ne boni bia
abusuani amuti ye ababa Rita Samoa fi a watim ni fiera Mami akusua jiwa.
Ababa wa fefe sei. Na wapon adwuma nti yetimi abekunu wo. Ekwamu akakakra be medu ni fi.
Serious o.
We nya se bia abeka se ye area boys.
Sister adia bia so 7 o'clock na se mi.
Enya de na asasem we de.
Sa bia nkade mpo sabe 11 bi na we de nipa ne da 7 day.
Contract kill we obi na abo obi pa mo makwa kokunu sa.
Ibi sa press for betima.
Obi a wa ware wo ne matu oni ni kunu tie. Anyway. Oh, nyame hu ye mobo.
83 years.
Nyankopon hu ye mobo. Abusuafo afeye mfa sida ema yaboafo. Cracks Training Institute. Cracks.
Citizen TV Ghana. About 2 p.m. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. A Citizen Show. They bring on Citizen TV Ghana. Me pacho about Citizen TV Ghana. Them na Citizen Show. Them more takra de tardy for you them on tardy FM area. A bear Citizen TV Ghana. About 2 p.m. 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. A Citizen Show. They bring on Citizen TV Ghana. Me pacho about Citizen TV Ghana. Them na Citizen Show. Them more takra de tardy for you them on tardy FM area. A bear
more a various officers a yamotemenka area. Memamoha Muamote Yakemu Etukwai Muamoti boat Uba Yango Bakona they say Shatawale they say Shatawale you know they say Shateni okay so more tea teaching answer no Yamamo Akwaba Abdul Majid thank you Aguda is here Nana Kofi Ahin Kinsley Shazi okay so that is Shatawali's own all right a good one there Yamamunyina Akwaba na Mamenkai mo ade we eye pa sa anwumwe a eya mebono ma oman emu asem ehia right at any point in time ma oman mu asem ehia Mahmoud Kabore my old soldier fantastic communicator bro thank you for the support me pacho bet me join here enso wo Citizen TV Ghana. That's the YouTube page. Agoja Ibrahim, Ralph Ken, our Labadi for you Damwase. All right, so on my way, Mwasem in here. Don't sit somewhere and claim media menya politics. One statement Obia me who says statement ni be a free nenum babiano. I consider the person as an irresponsible person, a reckless person. What is politics? Our day-to-day affairs as a country. You must show concern. You must be part. You must have an opinion. I quite remember in 2008, me joining a year multimedia from Accra. I kept on saying this thing. Yes, we have a problem that you cannot sit on radio and tell me, say, oh yeah, neutral and to the minor kobiano, you don't have an opinion. That is stupidity. Thank God, now you can see the dynamics in radio changing. The dynamics are changing. Now even your senior for no you better omono. Those days you better adakabre no money Kwame Sefaka no money, those guys they tell you open so your radio who they neutral. Those days you be a hello FM no. Na Father Dixon ora Kwame despite on ba no mu tu yefo a cheso ma bin o radio mu o mo catch you say you dey jiramfinfin. What is the meaning of jiramfinfin? I am a citizen. Baby o my no commitment mean jiramfinfin. And there is no need to jiramfinfin. At any point in time, you must have an opinion on national issues. You must call out people. Those who are wrong, tell them you are wrong. Those who are right, tell them you are right. And I'm glad today the likes of Johnny Hughes, right? Speaking their minds. Even I think Evans Mensah also a similar program on Joy FM. Speaking, your friend is saying, Bernard too has been doing it, whether it's against NDC or it's against MPP. That is not that issue. And even senior man, so, and Yare Jojo, Nancy, what try? Oh, no, Tuba could be a firm. You understand? Adakabre, I've heard them. Now they are taking you. You see, in the process of building a country, you should take a position. In the process of building a country, you should take a position. You cannot sit on the fence and tell us, media me politics, media me position, media. You see, we don't care. And let me tell you this. Whether you be considered as an MPP person or NDC person, I mean, don't give a damn about it. Bobie NDC, and so what? And so what? And so what? Bobie NDC, and so what? Give me your day. Market no how koto entosi abode no. E wa na meso betono. Right now turn abode no. Sa na metono. Uko ANC more mekwo. You don't have a different market awo toniema papa. You don't have a different market where you buy things cheap. Right? And memen ko market baby a nebo media metonia ma ne boarding. We buy it at the same prices. When we drive our cars, a fuel stations are the pump price. And I'm glad today the media fraternity, they have realized, as some of the Biana, I kept on telling them that, look, don't sit on radio, don't sit on TV, telling people that we are neutral. You are an accomplice in the face of tyranny, dictatorship, bad governance. When you claim you are neutral. So what 70 yo say you have a position. Be bold to criticize John Mahama. Be bold to criticize Akufo-Addo. Be bold to criticize the MPP. Be bold to criticize the NDC. Take a position. Don't sit on the fence. Don't sit there and watch people So you meet doctors, they tell you be a doctor. Me dey menya politics. Meanwhile, so I can say all political decisions as say a health sector no bebre. Out of stupidity, no I could be in a small clinic. Head you be by area manaba. On your benya no ordinary yere ne mabedi. Nti ne refi say enya o ma no nyina na betu nyina be doctors te say wa. Ebinum be nyina they will need to fall on the state. And that is the reason why whether you become a musician, whether you become a doctor, a footballer, a radio broadcaster, and found the other baby so keen interest in our mind church, so keen interest in nation building. Stand up and be counted. Let us hear your voice on the streets. That one day, when you are not more there, at least. Mahmoud Kabori says we must take sides. Neutrality helps the oppressor, never the victim. Silence encourages the tormentor, never the tormented. Stand up and be counted. Stand up. I'm glad the way, yes, you may not like other media practitioners or more opinion, but it's good that now, because me in 2008, when I made multimedia, no, those days you can't, you dare not. But today, and I feel good. You may disagree with the person, but at least send it sense. Say, look, we cannot sit on the fence and watch. We need to be part. Is the best way to go. Ma my we mun seme enye we hia sem. Na adwene ho anopa awia ni anadwo. So bompa ya no akai Ghana. We are in a very critical situation now. I've heard people talking about this Israeli Palestinians issue. Eventually to escalate. So, ama gold price kosro, ama cocoa price kosro, ama oil price kosro. Can we benefit from this? Tor is down. We cannot process ye crude oil. Ye kofa finished products and eba. Then, when you have bad leadership, and when you have a president who is a thief, a criminal, like a Kufuado, no matter how your mineral resources a bono be kosro a jamansono, it's obvious that Ghana ye nyahon fasro biara. The ordinary citizen nyahon fasro bi. I wish that they will not steal the money. We come here, we sit here, we criticize because somebody is shortchanging the future of this country. OBS and the destiny. As we speak now, there are problems with Burkina. They are battling the jihadists. Our neighboring countries, issues, problems. Unfortunately, we have a government. What should I ask? Or they a friend say, what do you call it? PFJMU. But now a conduit to steal the money. Or my when you wake up as a Ghanaian and a come at the war, what to aduani abodia? One thing penny I say about him, a kufuado a wies cano, baumia wies cano. Because if not a yes stealing, let's go and check the amount of money omo share a PFJ mu, the kind of crops are almost say omo boa mi adua. Today, Yanso Akufo-Addo Nsamfani corner off na on point one dam. A dam no esi was a dam no enie. Na dam no ye adwuma. Buakuafo none. They just decided to use it and chop. And I know na Kumasi for busa. You say one constituency $1 million no. Say $1 million sikano. So what tape no? $1 million for one constituency no. Emu 30% equal MPP. Eye party executives or constituency ni enchain 30%. On my sika, odo my sika my party for di. Uye wotie for utie mi awie. Are you not angry? Is it not a sad situation? What a taxi muna utie mi a taxi driver. How long and what drive you nothing. Then you have a stupid person be sitting at MPP constituency office. They have turned politics into business venture. Organized crime. I buy say $1 million for one a constituency mebua, each constituency mebua. Not knowing say $1 million and 30% be a constituency. Sa constituency na 30% echo a party executive so 30% out of $1 million say kwame say ubo trim ko kwame na sia na we school say $300,000 $1 million 30%. Say 300,000, yeah. Omo di, omo che chama yano krano constituency chairman for ntimi meka because can enko yano na akodi wuntumi ho akwa no ohun sa press conference no onkai ya last week Kumasi for MPP for no be a press conference say sikana kwa akodi wuntumi ho party for no de no the whole 47 constituencies no in Ashanti region no almost 30% each na akodi wuntumi ho and wuntumi should account for it. Adentina so bu oman sa nanado why ma wo mai mu nsem enye we hiasem na adwene ho anopa awia se wo bompa ya kai Ghana sufre wo nyankopon. Why do you do this to a country like Ghana? Why? Oto adie ewo lor kwamu awie na woteme ne a, are you not angry? Asemo enya ahometesem enya ya sama fa oman sika me chama me party fu adi asai no. And when basic education enkwala beka say ye ni books o na adutum edidi o matem. We don't have money. Asemo we ye Ghana ni na sa woto na ase onka bia busa ho 30% of $1 million. 70 no obi busa me say na 70 no much. On say ba omi abeka say wo constituency a wan kwa akwaji usika entem no. Omo tenka omo be wi sika no adi. Yeah. But omi knows that the Akufo-Addo is a thief, a criminal. Wasu adwuma no afri no ho. $1 million ni ye Ghana ifo ye sika o. Yeah, you see, constituency be $1 million for every constituency. Yeah, they are developing. And yes, sir. Let the Akufo-Addo be bold one day to come and tell us. Let JFK or their chairman, Matisi Stephen Timiyare, or person resign as national chairman. And run out here. Let them come out. Omu communicators no point it. Omu communicators no. They should come and point. Say constituency way $1 million no project ni bi nie. $1 million no project ni bi nie. They should point. I don't think I'm here, sir. MPP, why? I don't think I'm deep on sir. Why? So when we come here and sit here near Kasa, sometimes because you ask yourself so many questions that yes, we know politicians are bad. We know politicians are liars. Yes, we know. I mean, I'll be the last person to sit here and admit that yes, we have a political party made up of angels like NDC. No. I'm not too stupid like that. What is happening in Boko? Obin checking my. I'm not too stupid to accept that NDC, I mean, it's okay. But I get confused, I get sad, and I get angry to realize that we have an evil person leading this country. Very evil. Just check a Nyama Akufo-Addo aye nyina na ka chem say enye evil. COVID funds at the time we have a critical situation. Esikafo yi om sika ba amanfo eboa ya kanipa gudem amanfo adwuma sai abrofo beboa with money. No afa money ni dia akwa party executives na omo eche sika no. Wonya baifo a. How can you do this unless you are a demon? So money to mu. That is the only I mean description. Jesus so money to mu Ansah what me ayesa no. As we speak, about 18 billion Ghana cedis of COVID funds, they cannot account for it. About 18 billion Ghana cedis, they can't account. Or more years can go outside. Canada Japan so much changes coming into foreign currencies. And they go outside. Why? We are good chroma and I chronomum for nya binie. We do go baby. Cayman Islands, Comoros, no makoto to Japadi amo mano. Mato to dying, and then I'm who say almost say Jankuma. I thought a dime was London £9.3 million or something. Why are you doing this? Hadebia, it's like we have leadership, a president and his vice. As a omokoda beye and they meet in the night and think how omobe tear the country down. They don't care. Whatever happens to this country, they don't care. Akufo-Addo mpiemra mechre $1 million no. Ya nti na so ma on my way mu asem ehia.
Mama ni bunsen nyawe yasem. God ni mwana and you're bringing on Sewu Bonfire Yakai Ghana Sufre Unyankupon Fakana Shenisa
The baby be a waterbanka and area, TME. And it's very interesting how some of the MPP guys are waking up to realize a Nema air tour my way. Yanko Tiestica. Stika ye a Kumasin Shiaso MP. Or that's all Maslock. Stika that's all Maslock. One deputy minister of trade. Yeah.
So anana say yes
any day.
Aye. Summit we. Waduma we. Obia o stika sa no mo ka bia no mo boa. Stika we ni made stika intelligence stika is obi wa kan you say but na ni so ahye no de no atato o ne koko fine. No PhD me boa.
No correct.
PhD. Say chan wo school me boa. But the ultimate ntimi
yeah.
If we say you be important.
No correct.
But the aba Ghana enya ne say the ultimate man betra nsema meka save say me ti console me so me nim console say obi enkrofo take authorities na na ya omo kase ne enkrofo with pass omo ka no boa a deception
any hu nim dia bia
and it all started by NDC MPP. Do you know what happened? Say MPP na woso no mu ye bibi na papa mpa NDC be dim tro na Ghana fo ni nyina bu afu NDC na woso no mu ye bibi na papa MPP be dim tro corruption ya kai enye media na starting NDC na woso a ense manya no kure ye ne beka because you have power see also no and a define bibi for the country. It is defining bibi for the country. Ye ne set ye framework na nkofo to aso etie na uji tax nye obi ku ya untun ko obi odi kone untun ko obi papa how to build a country you can't build it because you see so called ordinary person na who be build one man no aka chem say be me ma me nka say no hu yi ma me akohye nya akon onimnyansa say wona wo na tete me ma me chia I respect my mother so much but my mother doesn't understand the mechanization of economic management.
Yeah.
And some mammy can say, I say, na because you're so an ordinary person. Young Fanasem, oh, my bed run. No, but you so that I don't like it. I want this. Was a senior ordinary child who into and this is where we are getting ourselves to. And then PPNDC, we are being controlled by cowardice. If watch it will candy any papa usro, untimin can grow a memo, untimin share papa, and we keep on getting this country deteriorated. We keep on destroying the very fiber that our great grandfathers and ancestors built for us as a country, and we are continue destroying it. Yes, soon your team, enemy slow. I get scared because we be slow. Hey, we are seeing Ghana. When I say Ghana, anything.
I didn't buy.
Papa. So anana say yes any
day.
Aye.
You see, I sticker. Stickernim, Stemiamwa, this boy. Onim pa say. One more din trouble bre. Wasadana or rope in NDC keke. Now they are trying to equalize amemwo bone amemwo tantan amemwo fun amemwo kankan say adru equalization so Ghana for someone sticker you didn't try they know Stikan him say Akufo-Addo Bawumia they are liars. Onimo, they know. Look, let me tell you. Samia Oku and also support Akufo-Addo. Me adia mempe minimi ye ene onuya onene kasa na onu obi di agrona or recording no in actual sense a criminal offense and again on moral grounds it's not nice but Samuel Kunsemo what can fa a year Akufo-Addo those days and some they know the lies. The lies. They know that now they are trying to rope in NDC. Sticker. Angrex sika e ka kire ye say NDC ni MPP nyina entronkwa
onya na asem friends disappointed MPP for no omoto sa anyam.
That's right.
Obia o MPP ni bia o disappointed and also MPP sympathizer o disappointed bia was NDC ni MPP ban say MPP ni NDC ya. They can never be the same.
Na Angrex enye onwanwa say oni pada sanisi e ma constituency $1 million emu 30% eko party executives wo no ma chedi
enra meti ya me hu dwiri me because we there sebe
how
then chem na a friend say insiasia beka o
how
MPP for na press conference and so mo bisa won to me
how
say sa constituency 1 million e ba ye no a ye di mu 20% ye share woni ho nti no on famra and nsema ekoso wo man mu no
correct
asefem
yawo
asefem na me kroma sante for me nti o mase because honestly speaking
yawo
say party a mato aba ma no aba aban mu na nsen me ko kumase akwan nyina sei bebia me chese me dwene ho a me chese
but you see Mira then na oja kuro te se kumase hye sampan sa
kan na sebe de sebe imprediasa kuro te se kumase the whole of Ashanti region yes omo chairman ne wontumi buga chese nipa chese ni bibi obebia enya logical
correct you see sampan is a brother sampan yemi nua pa ne ya na mfofo miensa na nam na baako efri mu enti me ne sampan na di agora che I won't undermine him but the quote say Kumasi metropolis then no jack quote we ade she sampan sa how
Kwabena
na ukuro mu chebi we wo di chebi be she sampan sa
Kwabena ma men ka asem cho Kwabena won say dem si no tie won say dem si no tie
yeah
se me fa ne se NDC wa ban mu na ye de adwuma bi hye won sa adwuma no ye adwuma esombo na wo di nsem hunu a etimi nkama no ntum it gets to a point enya busu anya damfo e your mind
no
me ka kirewo because man ka kirewo kana hye me mpe wasem
no
you know what is going on in this country there kire se enipa bi wo ho a kire se omo ndwene Ghana ho
Kumasi I am at some
and
now listen to Sticker. And therefore, what is Sticker? Now Sticker catch say, oh, NDC MPP, Ninaya Trofo, and they lie. And you see, one day, just the canon power, let's do this debate. I can point to Sticker. The number of lies ya omo kafa adwoma ho a omba ba mu ntumi improve one and today I can prove to Sticker and some Ghana for can I can prove to him any evidence
Sticker there sometimes see ade ba kwa Sticker many ne fine but ade ba kwa men pe Sticker ho ne say ono de che pure politics na o ye no say even if Sabi MPP at the jam ya obi ani tua MPP the jam beka so that so tem sana sekati obesukra dia brabra so I am funny. You know, this type of politics will not help this country. Because at the end of the day, Yantia say, you Ghana for Ansah na you decide say you bear this multi-party politics. At the end of the day, who join the political party as a vehicle to develop the country. Now, se kobasa political party ne bedane a friend say cabal. You di we or money sika. Or mine say that's a friend say state lands nyina mu wi afa.
Yeah, I
mean, Charlie.
Omo to bibia.
Everything. As if there is no tomorrow. I mean,
Omo fa bibia.
Auntie, Oma Junior say Omo fa bibia no makokwa. Sa no ma Junior mana.
No, you see, say met Omo mindset na see ya. Whatever Omo we free on my way hono. Omo nim say owia baako a ebetumi afiri ne nsa enti obewia 40 aban sesa na ye mujimu be 20 kura no a aka 20 true of us
true
you see that is the game omo boss say ma me mfa bebre minim say ebi be free mensa daache ebi free mensa kura no a ebi beka and that is the criminal mindset they have now. My yansa sane bebre. Enti say onim say oh obi kan na say minya $1 million major politics no. Or say there be me fa $100 million. Enti I ebi kwa because Andrex, how can somebody pack money and want them to the extent say $1.5 million free mu no onim.
The whole situation and they say
how
and when I say now work, that's the mindset. Say me we are 100 million. I buy for free beba no bon say I buy for free beba no for na bi be fetchiri.
Yeah.
No makwaji jibia shop.
Yeah, for that one they will do.
Ghana for mindset say we are mind sika after all judges cry wait me tuam.
Yes.
What they make court cry me fetchiri tuya judge.
Yes.
Won't me nyame hu.
Yes.
The hian says can ba be din nsem.
No, where san komo we there. Dia wo kai kura there me fo so say enkomo a Gabi no money abusuafo ni di.
Exactly.
We will pay our way through.
Exactly.
Eja. Okay. Ohwa me fa say me fa ebia $250 million. What $100 million to. Okay, mame moshi nko hu asiedu nketia national chairman. We the chairman we the eja also $2 million ni. Yenim say eja mo ba ba mu skani ho. Ti ese mo so mo hwe party for ti gi $2 million ofiri wa sameje mfipa na ben eye Dr. Lordina sameje mfi so eja je eye $1 million ye na unia ya na wa hwe ye chi ama ye Dr. Mane bo ama so na benje doc ene also je $3 million ye na eja eya na mo aka bi ama ye yehwa sese no chief of staff no ono so ye man be 10 bi chief eja party fo beba na eja mo so mo anya bi mo se mo ba ba mo si ya na bibia ni ho no ma hwemu a ene yenko eye GM na fofo no ho
mo ben no
mo ben no yenko mo ho onfiri a no mo kobole onfiri a no mo komanhia manhia de ombekọ ke
biomis
ehwa anti no mo bobo eskana no ombekọ ai kronfo yo tiwura mu hai o saa ohene no ontimi onde ono ontimi ma jon ho ti omunim bia bia omude befa anti yenko na gamanche so de kakra omufiri wa na omukọ Duncan Williams ho contractor na omukọ no na omukọ otabel de ono sese no waje party card omufiri wa na omukọ your friend say papa Assemblies of God suffer no say one JM kwa sorry
friend say we Ajinasare ana opuni
Assemblies of God one JM kwa sorry but Ajinasare so say Sam George elder Sam George so Sam any papa suffer nkasama ye na so ade na omo ye no omo nim de omo ye
and omunim say sa Bible for there are new parliamentarians.
Yes.
Omo fresh.
Yes.
Make us say Ghana politics and so Ansah na beko parliament even primary school before I be win na wa ka etwa ho ahia.
Yeah.
It's no omo ba for sa no. Na the $200,000 $300,000 akotwitwa man. Ntubo say na asem no na aye nwunran.
Yeah.
Not just say so we are 200 million na.
Yeah.
Wa 100 million.
Yeah.
100 million no. Was spread ya ma obia betumi ama ne ho akire ni bia was spread
yeah eno no
okọ that's the mindset
and omotwitwa cantonments ne aban sas in such a way say wonim say recently ya no omochiche bia ma media men fo bebre anya bi
of course oma obia beka no atum
yeah omochiche ukọ a friend say what do you call it last big
yeah
Government lands be oh yeah.
Oh yes, I mean lands need the baby.
Ghana ni bia wo tie me bia musa obi no wa sempa no ne Dominic say what do they know about those lands?
Yo. Yes, yes, I see be so Ramsey ho yes so nyoma che ni.
Yeah. Ghana ni bia wo tie muntwa sa de we emfa ema me aminu aketo Dominic say onu Ghana for mu so say what do they know about Jatoye omode ya?
You know?
So we live in a country omo hunu say look say me fa ketwa I can't bribe my way through.
Exactly.
Enti ma me fa na kesiem me fa na kesiem a minim how to sort myself out. What do I say? Me fa bi nko chief imam ho.
Yes.
Ebi nko chief imam ho.
Chief justice.
Ebi nko chief justice, ebi nko Menshia Palace, ebi nko. Now because tell me why somebody like Kenoforiata is still sitting there as a finance minister. Why? Tell me why.
And look, say if we really want to save this country, na say nyameya domina NDC ba power na ebeye se business as usual and this country we should forget.
But Uncle Rex, made my voice ni be kai am saying komo we share bia yedi.
Yes. Then we should forget. Then this country has no
say,
future. There will never be
hope for this country. NDC for say. Ombe ya di akufo adunumu ye. Uncle Rex, John Mama oni na busu afo mu ntwa 2 years akonya so. Ebeye ni sesini. Ebeye and the if they decide say omube and
look
the NDC I know and their principles me were confidence and the Jomama I know him me bompa say ma onsesa me mpaye nyina no say ma onsesa but if it happens we will chase fellows of Osukwachine or Manebo Manum in their homes. We will chase them.
Me say, let us understand the say.
Let
us understand the say.
No way.
Wow. The youth of this country, the youth of this country has lost confidence in the political class.
Yes.
And I mean both political divide.
Yes.
The youth of this country has lost confidence in them. The only way and the only person who can bring this confidence back is your mama.
Yeah.
And the only way he can bring this confidence back is Oba. It's to say, everything he has 4 years to reverse a lot of the things. Serious, drastic decisions must be taken in this country. Government expenditure. The
government lands.
Government lands.
Eso mo yone say. Se nipa na sini da susukura se mo ma grade akodwini nyina gu form.
You see, Ghanaians must be seen. As I said, Ghanaians who say, there is effort to confiscate because ultimately now say within 4 years now will be the millionaire, dollar millionaire.
1 millionaire, dollar billionaire
within 4 years.
Uncle Rex, says Sika Abujina Panya Sensu Boachinom, Assassin Boachi Timide, 3 months, AC mansion, ever at Asimanso. 3 months.
You know, we did. I just don't understand. On my Benny, Timo, just say.
And you see, Uncle Rex, me pacho Ubonyum how many years?
Me 40 years, Monami way.
Me pacho in your 40 years, Ubetimia Kakao gigs na Bomoa edu $10 million.
Asabe na okay, $10 million. Na me man who be that? Say me who $10 million now it has nothing to do with music.
So you ask yourself, say somebody like Sami Okutimi, somebody spoke to me.
Now, Omaya Timas you. Say when you see can now cross or now go for ya. So for myself say now can.
No, we see.
So it's like the most important thing is by any means necessary get the money.
One problem we are having now is that they have the backing of our traditional rulers and the religious leaders.
Yes. Obey we are my sika, we are not him food and make say patch.
Because now somebody like Jinapo, Abu Jinapo, I see Abu Jinapo and I'm like, wow, this is a small boy. asempa obegyina gate ya chisa na oko hotel fema waka sa wie no ase akwese toilet so na ode handkerchief akatera no ase aye call na waka kire mo na do hwe sa brante abugina po no ye adwuma pa na do emana ni nko ho no you see so all of a sudden these guys can show $300,000 physical cash but they talk and they have never worked before. They have never. Omuni Juma say, Oba point say, me Juma way, me were experience way. No, they became serial callers, commentators. After the omu did for echi. Na Akufo-Addo be your godfather. Now we are be your godfather. And I think NDC should move away from that godfather issues.
You see, let me tell you something.
People must get positions based on merit. Sankwasi, I don't know. Ama and now we can't say. When you say Ghana, babunu biye nyina e wontim so obey politics.
Now politics is the fastest way to make money. To
yes,
them,
yes.
It's not about serving the country.
Yes.
In fact, why you need say we politics? Ghana has a say now. The man who now join no omubu Jimmy for where Jimmy. It's a fact. Why should wa mabbe catch us na way papa koye politics na sia hwiska wanya ne adan we now the okwa na be Ghana.
Look, let me tell you.
We Jimmy for
Samia Kune Penny bi okromba omoba afoforo no be 3 years. Samia Kune Penny bi kodi nkomo. Oh, that's Bobie no de obo de dede hunu no omo ye. Ni nuanom yi obobo newspaper fo bi din yenu bi a pro NDC newspapers ni bi. Omo chere na se we num ni ombaji omo de na me ne akwabi o National Service Secretariat na me ni di nkomo o nu abo newspaper bakuya anse adane rebo nu abo ni din so no so ba abaje ne de ana pani no frame atumi me fo se obi a gibi me hwe so nko gibi ne komo ya
wow the whole situation
ana me say opani my best aduane my best aduane me for phone na my friend Samuel Kwabena ya on send me baby ana ene de member office o
Kwabena ade ni nyina ne say I mean people must not get us wrong. Money is important. Sika de
but you don't steal the state.
The tia ne say se wo ye adwuma yesi osempaka fo didi ne sempaka ho obi a wo ye adwuma bia odidi ne adwuma ho but not at the expense of the country of the state because oman sika na wo wia no ebe disenfranchise so many people, so many children emma mbeko hospital a omunya bed so nda no wa bisa won say oman sika na wo wia ye no can't mean yes adwuma
omu wia sika no a no makosra omo various constituencies no ma che omo 1000 Ghana na say yes Samuel Kusu oma akuapem mampo say for omo ma adwadi for 1000 Ghana na ye
no so my papa bi ne atimu a
how
my papa bi ne atimu a so who say obi spend sika wasai kwan no so
how
eti ye ni Ghana ha ye went ye ntumi check say na asemasi a all of a sudden wanya sika onya sika ni free he.
Andrex, I'll come back to you. Live on Accra 100.5. Ma omamu nsem enye wa hia asem. Na dwene ho anopa wia. Eni anadwo. Na se wo bompa ya kai Ghana. Hwa Ghana for bibia wa ne mre. Na enamebusa me kuromufo Asante region Kumasi ade bi akoso na mebusa omo ha asem. John Mahama AC yikajetia market no fato ha mame. Samu woni video kura fato mame. John Mahama AC Kumasi kajetia. Ena John Mahama ena oni Ibrahim. Oh Ibrahim so ehuna mane o. Hoi. Ena oni Ibrahim. Ena yase omo babe sidiandian ba ji asase na MPP for atimi akobo emman penimfo pa se John Mahama Kumasi wo mo naked en fan kire no di aye dwono emu tuntum kokɔ fita de aye blue na wo mu bo afe die ekɔ wi ase a ya won hwɛ Kumasi Kejetia oni video no Kumasi Kejetia nie atiefo mu ntia me yo afe die ekɔ wi ase a otumfo na siye enye John Mahama Kumasi Kejetia wante hey Angrex wante share otumfo asi na ade otumfo asi na ade otumfo na siye but woni bi asem bi esi today the same people busa say phase 2 no Akufo-Addo nwieye nti on betintes kokwa a kire no na ade otumfo na siye mon komensia na mko kanche otumfo se phase 2 no on siye
Charlie asem o
monko ka mo komensia ma wo ka kire otumfo se otu yewura phase 2 no nwieye o phase 1 no na siye wie 2 no maye
no wonder why na po say a friend is say Ashanti region there the omunyane a friend say party t-shirt and it is true
nti atiefo mo hwe dey we oh be ma mo honya o men delay me Eugene so look at this edifice ya jomama sisi eye Kumasi Kejetia ma asanteman wanfa nkosi bole wanfa nkosi Dr. Lordina ekrom nenka buno so ko de ko wanka buno fo so fatabi joma amanyante ase ne se Kumasi eye business center business hub eye trade center and we must develop it as such enti adwadifo ma etia wiem joma ama Kumasi a ohu omo ana ne raho osi asanteman memam sa edifice way and it's the biggest market in West Africa.
Kwabena ade ba ko a wonnim maybe nipa bebre nim about John Mahama. John Mahama is a generational thinker. John Mahama loves the nation called Ghana. Eti odwene the totality of Ghana. Hwene ne ma we infrastructure so be hu the way John Mahama odwene a wa hu airport no tema aye fa ye habo no obuemu said the bay ships bebre betumi aba abefa ye nema ni bi akọ edi bi aba na hwe terminal 3
me say
na hwe your friend say you see
Angrex
Charlie
anka Kumasi fo na ni abri no some so otumfo na si phase 1 no so why are you calling on the government for even for them to accept that John Mahama NDC and ayade we no Jimmy edam kwasi asem ye kase nipa da sani nam Kumasi abonte so wa Jimmy edam nkwasi asem Jimmy edam nkwasi asem
se Ghana
odi fufuo wi a nkwasi asem bibia ontimi administrate Jimmy
se Ghana
pacho unya you dey free so na menya madwuma wan pacho
se Ghana ha because of John Mahama ntino flights betumi to straight na akwalande Kumasi from Europe flight betumi to stay na akwalande Tamale
onte wasem
won se dey bi
onte
phase 2 na kwesi sen
there be eya meka so onte wo so bombe
o bom na
onte
menti e bom
ebo wo mo se Akufo-Addo si flight muno your friends say airport muno kra ama Ashanti region say enye Akufo-Addo flight in free Kumasi enko amano ne da
can you imagine obeche bi lante runabout John Mahama kati so the contract mine bibia 7 years in ye omuntumi nwie
kwasi asem nko
7 years o
was wo dia wo kwa akiri dia wo mo bia wo ma de wo mo ano kan ye say ye beye mu bia Messi Akufo-Addo ntumi nkyerɛ one project 7 years ni say ye buy ye promise ade we ye see NS one.
It is cannot the day chess can away.
Kwasha eye Bokom Emporium Ajomama di 2 years ACC ho. 2 years.
You know?
Aya bibia wom everything.
I say we are maybe can sankana miniwa. Ada Jomama eko cut a sword. Ewo one we friend say sphincters e kwan na fa banana siko pie easily go no.
Yeah.
Oko cut a sword menene ne koye.
Yeah.
So me bisa me ho say adentina adwuma hu sika ni bibia ye ready Jomama pen nyina gu ho ansa na oko no 7 years ni yetu nwi. Adentia.
Now, yango tie Kumasi for press conference no. Wo so mo ani abre. Wani nyamre. Hwe. Hey, what you mean so say
abawe ba no okọ abanya wa ba wadi asantima hwa mo paa Akufo-Addo abanya ye kai adwumayefo ne wo ho ebru 2000 empimienu ene okọ ho a nipa miensa pe ene wo ho now omo ye adwuma no a goni 60% 40% aka e wo se aban ehwe no wie adentina aban Aja Central Market ura ho sisia ho nyina fuura enkrante ni ukusie na age wafa adan Akufo-Addo when na udi ja santima ensan wako de to sumielu Kumasi Airport omaye Kumasi Airport 80% aka 20 pe Akufo-Addo uko uja no hosa na kwasem ni woni wa ban mo anya dia kura
Market da ho asante fa mo o mayi mu ye wura Akufo-Addo ni ma wo mu ni ye ni yiye tumu hwe ni yiye ya kwa ne bodi agu ka na kwafa bodi aba ekwa ne wai na ka na kwafa bodi na ba enuane aba ye sramo ehwe fa ne ye fa ensuo mu nam ye de to petrol di konsuo so eno ka de yi bi ene ye to wa bra ne ye fra bi ene ye de mo ni nyina oban ba so wajai wada wo ma ye sra Akufo-Addo wada wo ma wono mo afo nyina ye dwa no ye sra wanyumani mu ya sabra ho ne besima ye se wo sima ye dia na ye sra mo bu brekira mo se bu bebreke iti no e ma so ati tere se samu ye Kumasi ma ye nia ye ma mo kwan e ma mu bebreke iti no samu ye Kumasi akwa ni nyina ya kekan e boa ye ba so ba ye ma ye dia ene na dia mo kan e bebe mo ama mo enti sa dia ye dia ye so ye sesam ye be sesam efise ye ba ye no wanyi ye
ya pese e kas bibi che papa na Akufo-Addo ne na beti ye che se bibi bia ye bia no asantima tisiru pa so mo ba abepre frankatu adwumadie na asantima tisiru pa no mu gina so mo gya asantima ato no sa ye wura ne ho mete ene ye wura first no de ka ko ba bia hu a enu minute ba bi mikro mo ye breman enu minute no do enso so se ototo amena mu ye wura ene ye asantima ne Kumasi market fo adwadifo ye se ye ntiase na Akufo-Addo ye sre no ye pana chance na 4 November ne beduru ho no no enyi obi na
o mampanye Akufo penso be ma be ye bi no ameye ni nyina o ye ediduru ba bi ya se senka obi anwo a wonu nanso no aduane a wanhu no maame buchi aso no na ye achiwade eno ntia disi aban ba ye wanka ma nkomo nsa nkomo enne a MPP aban ba ye sani a omanpanyi dada Akufo jabo anka no saa na eten etie so asanteman mabunu ye nya adwuma e wo ye man mu na se yanso no asanteman babunu wo ye adwuma wa asanteman mu a enya ana se eya dia ene na sa adwuma o ya kokọ so nyina eye nnwuma sa aban ti na ni hwe ene wo ye ya enka de nnwuma beba ama asanteman mabunu anya nnwuma aye enu ti ene edai bofumi etosudu ni de etosudu ye tonkra ede ama omanpanyi Akufo-Addo ene na bedi akire mamu bawumia say ye adwadifo aye wo Kumasi die ye ka ama obi ate ase se ye nta obi achi na emom ni obama asanteman enkoso ho ahia no na obama Ghana man enkoso ho ahia no ono ene ye beto na ba yaba ede ama no na ye hwemu na ye hwe sa enkrofo ya yenim nipa odwene asanteman ho a ni nnwuma mpo won fra asanteman mu ni nnwuma akase a wabuabue no asanteman din na ode atotofo ono ena sanke wo bibi se ya taa akira ono ana ese ya taa no chi na nya ne woni bibia aba ya mara wani en kokura eho a won pay nkuntuo won pay ye and they are yet ma ya kasai project ya yet sumu and ya kasai ye ninkane a yeti sankane asem ya aso ne de to aba etu aba ndada bi ma ne ko ye say dum so ye mpe ebi na so sai si ya kasai yet sumu and ya kasa enso man panyina kufu ado wonu abedi ya
Ghana ni na wotemenka awie ya. You see, let me tell you something. One sankrofo we ya omo wo Kumasi a omo so omo ye press conference. Ayi KJT traders ni ade no. Very useless people. Very useless. Useless. Ye ka se nipa eye useless a. Gwenum. Nyansa ba kokura ni wo mutrim nyansa. Onipa da sani a onenam eye asase so a ontimi nwene one ya de ya support obi a o support obi who cares na say mi wo ha na Kumasi fo obi afre me commander say de ye nyina ye ba ndis nam so montra ba bia montra no a montra ho monko break 8 no. You see, Uncle say enye asemo a enkiyensa ma akufo adon to so 4 years bi o ma wo mo. Oh yes. Nanka on punish wo mo more because Jimmy no doso. Say ya bo o mind to say Ghana, ye wa Igbefo, ye wa Kanjagafo, ye wa Sisalafo, ye wa your friend say Enkranfo, ye wa Mfantefo, ye wa Abonofo, ye wa Adanfo, ye wa nipa bia bi e wo kroma. Would you what Jimmy say ya wo ba wiase no a wote waduro nka fufuo pu ye twam a wodi 4 p.m. ye wo fufuo dia benko agusu ma wodi anu abodam say wonim nyansa say take ye nyina no collective strength and ye de chichire wo man. I don't care whether nipa ni enzimani o oye brusani o oye die o ofri sande ma o ofri hi o na so nipa ne betimi achechire o man no nko a. Why should I have a problem? Why? Now with the what Jimia say, Ufri Kumasi drum. No ato adwene, no ato amane, no ato banchi, no ato body, we Jimmy inti. No afaka, udru fia, you bra po. No what enkruma ato nchen. No what actually dying. What tears in the court na say, or sorry young kwasi akeka nkwa. O dware ya no aselen. Bosses ya okotraba na afede wa GBA sinanim na nsamfon kwasi asem Jimmy enya Jimmy a akufo adu we ye nipa a eso ma ne B2 na osai okro te se Ashanti region akufo adu we ye nipa ye trauma ne B2 wo ka se wunyimi ya ubetimi de party flag akata wanim se ye de ye wo ye no wabodam unim nyansa wabodam say 7 years ni unim adia yam ya crow from market President Kufo adaroma eno ye and this buy na omde eye trusses no ebe gu so come aka just plastering ene say omde apon batutum ama adwadifo no akọ eye edan no mu akufo ado se da 7 years now
na me nana no ye adwuma me nana ye adwuma me free me kwa abrim na go from jom na me nana he's the only person nana or build the pulpits na edisi asore dem obia akokro from jom bia pen bia ne me nana omo ebubu market no say omo besi market na mo ensi da na odi afam no odi ewuko. You see, look, Kwabena Assembly wa me pese meka wahu omai bia Nyankopɔn ɛta yi nkrɔfo bi ɛma ɔman no. Leadership ɛyɛ talent o. Ɛyɛ gift Nyankopɔn de ma nipa. Me gyina fidie so asrɛ Ghanafoɔ nyinaa sɛ sɛ wokoto na wobɔ mpaeɛ a Bobie ma John Mahama. Sɛ Nyankopɔn ma na hoɔden. Nyankopɔn ma na kokoduro. Nyankopɔn ma no akoma a ɛso ɛne nyansa emu odu. Nyankopɔn ma na hoban bɔ. Nyankopɔn ema ne sensitive to all the people around him. Because Nyankopɔn ɛde Ghana yiedie, Ghana nkɔsoɔ ɛhu nyansa ama papa no. Obia no John Mahama ahyia pen bia obon sɛ ɔyɛ very down to earth. Onyiyi nipam, ɔmema ne ho so, ɔbrɛ ne ho ase, obu nipa bia. Wọ́n ne kasa wotum sɛ ɔdwene Ghana ho. Akasa yɛn Ghanafoɔ no sese masoa nsuo, masoa nsa, meme da Nyankopɔn ase sɛ ɔma akwan ɛma Akufo-Addo bɛyɛ president. Ɛnyɛ saa ka Ghanafoɔ Akufo-Addo bɛba bɛyɛ hero, the president who never was. Nyankopɔn ma Akufo-Addo kwan sɛ ɔmɛyɛ president sɛ de bɛyɛ anadwen bɔne bɛgu n'anim ase. Ɛma wayi so Akufo-Addo so de apanish Ghanafoɔ bonia ya ye kyerɛ John Mahama. Asante region schools dodoɔ sɛi ɛna secondary schools minimum kura no at least 12. Asante ni nyina mikromfo se ɔma ahu. Utumi hyia obi na waka asɛm pɔtɔ. Mokɔfa makan ni na Akufo-Addo no bɛtena so no. Ɛde na wayɛ ama mo. Eti Ghanafoɔ mo bɔ mpaeɛ a mo mmɔ mpaeɛ ma John Mahama. Oyɛ nipa Ohome frama ani atwa ne ho ahyia se de ɔso ntakrakyɛ no ne ho ani bre
wawo
mpae ma no
Angrex Monica sa obian ka sɛ NDC nya bibia 100%.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing perfect. John Mahama onya perfect,
but at least the effort, and I know Mira, that's a brand na bosu. Asante man po hene. Oka ensu asem. Yera John Mahama ba ha. Me de to n'anim a na oboshi na okope grant. Na unim Akufo-Addo. So unim se Jankoma. Every Asante Mampo.
Of
ne papa ni no.
Minim sa.
Omfri butoku wo ye chi sei. Nti emfa ne se Jankoma no eye mi sister. Unu ade Akufo-Addo abeyama ekromo. 31st December women movement daycare no. Ya Rollins nene yirisima mamponfo a eho eye ground so a omude ye events eni ade the first pa akra na omo kyerɛkyerɛ nsano dwuma eni ade ewo ho Akufo-Addo atimi ababa babu ɛdan na gu ɛna wasi eye events grounds eye hotel wom ɛde amane ba no ɛna ɔmo afa.
Wow.
Yes. Kwasi asema a reckless president, senseless man.
Na Akufo-Addo de Ghana no odi Ghana so said odi ohene bi o said e chese Ghana ye the property o.
You see,
odi na busuafo ni na o.
Madness at the highest level. Huh? Mamponfo afre me no. Even the MPP for no ankasa. They were angry. Like how? Enti wabafa assembly na sase. E de aye project amane ba. No bejina wo twa mu say wa ye bibi wo ho.
Mama ka asem so.
Oh yes, Anajo Mahama abe fix eye water planter. E serve in Krasie be ye almost 13 a 7 crasia wa mamponi in crasia chimfaso kofiase nomene wa best fix it a year water plant. There are major challenges facing Asante Mampong. Nkwasi adia okojina okodi ye no. Kwasi asimo okojina okodi ye e wa Asante Mampong no. That danity no say sorry bye.
You know,
ubu o mind to say uni obi wa asem. Ase mechire mu nyansa. Te say de wo de umuda.
Yeah, Kwabena miss a question. Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. Minim say bia woni ba bia ne property bi sia. Enso so no, you see, good name is better than riches. The whole of Africa, the whole world, obia nim edin Osaje for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and what he stood for. But na onye perfect.
Ebio, o say boninti sa Pauli Akufo-Addo no line no. Boninti no. Omudi your politics are still omudi in kwachiri.
Big better now dia kwachiri.
Yeah.
Bonnie say my dear na happen. A friend say 1979 na Pauli ne Victor Osu Emuche no. I say the same thing.
Na happen. Omo line no. Sa omo line no. Sa dankwa line no. Dankwa de kura so no mfiri omufio patapa. Oni so oni papa bi wo omami kuru abomosu a ko yusu ni din. Sa line no. What we say one be higher world renowned leader. Akufo-Addo nam wato ai awards still obi antenka bone assembly mampo assembly esiwo hwe me ka kire wo me ne wo kasai mampo Asante Mampo station kase eya jomama no eyeye omu ye hyehyɛ tiles ne ade baabi omu duru ya omu tu omu no eno no
how the
me ne wo kasai me kwa Asante Mampo bia na me sere wo mo na me sese mo hu ye ka asam kyerɛ mo a mo kotu banche efri ayi afro ho na mo be wo fufuo di wi a ya ka ne ye jimi kwa
message on Mahama time me krom
jimi
me krom my friend say be kwa abodom on say Cocoa roads no
yeah
omo ye roads na de koya kofa your friend say na ka kreb na ka duru a friend say mronto ne ekwa akosi kwane ya babiom to gold no machines gu kwan so omo ye adwuma ye lose election pepepe pam omo jai na me fie for PP for nkwa enti na se am kwa yie me ma me panyin ba ku wi ne kwa yie because Kwame he say there ekwan no there say hey shut up.
Hey,
shut up. Sani ye kwan no. And I'm some Akufo-Addo. Obaye no. And we jai kwan no. So what are you talking about?
What? Now nim. Sa KJT traders na yamesre. Akufo-Addo ade na aye na deliberate wo destroy Ashanti region.
What said that? Now pass me that okay.
What said that?
It's the same Achim and Ashanti ade na omo ye no. Eno an omo ye.
Oh. Eye me ya say omutimi ma omo kwai ma akwa we etimi yusu omo e de age power na punish mo and even in the face of punishing you kra no munhu
eno ye fere ye ni wo you see akwa te say waji bibi hu kiki na de na ka fel o super so no osasere. That is what is happening to you kromfo eti e meme no ya said ye Kwabena next year me no ya said say ye beko ye kro
correct me person mo santuma MPP na Akufo-Addo ntra ho then you say ya no omo hwan na ebre Dabi ya no omo hwan na ebre
say ye de enim say ye de
ya no omo hwan na ebre omo kura sore fresh reyeska
of course
womo no sore free Kumasi wo no efre ye isreska
bebre sad say me dwene ho amenti ase
mama kwa wei at me say a whole region wei but it's so sad
Why we are ubechire musa no akoka de yanka.
Why na oba be ye o be sound tribalistic. But no kra no so the other why say where because me kro for ya na mutumi gina o ka say na ye ma pepeni ni so. Pepeni wa be si airport amamo. Pepeni wa si dwa amamo. Pepeni wa si schools amamo. Pepeni wa si hospitals amamo. Mo kro makanini no amoso ya kanini no. E je na wa ya amamo.
Wei for yafu wei. Aba be beat mo. On bone no wo omutrimu free tete no against Ashantis no sa bone no na ode anyinia na ode abetra akonwa so no odi region no bone ana obi antimi nka
ana region so ma deda
na nipa no onya didi wi ade aka nya dam odi fufuo wi ade ba asem bio asa o ka bibia a kire no se look ba bia ade na ekọ no enya onte ase Nanga kasa sabita frache ya kasa ya ura otufo ya yebo mo ya yebo dia ma ya homene so nanka sabe nka otufo nanka so ka bibi kire wei sa bama baby ade na ko no anya papa o ya si o ka no wode
okoka e beka so wa politics okoka se sia e beka so wa politics. You see, that is something I don't understand. That's something I don't understand. What is wrong is wrong. Adia enye.
Hwe. Se na de ahomete ne se omutimi etwa nkola no omo Facebook no PK support no ne George Quartin san nkola no omutimi kotwa ekwan be ketu no de quota afefa form
no I can say reference something of room
oh yeah omo de quota afefa form no mo atwa na omo sa camera stretch no
exactly
no ma stretch no no the about to say what the night is doing well oh
yeah see sebi
unim say ka de emrem ka me catch George Quartin say wo free bunu untimi me kire ya Asantefo say unim nyansa echeye wo na be kire ade na ekoso Asante region wo ka se enim
kwabra wonti sabe da ebe we da utwa kontopo masafo ayira wo da bonten wo na wo dan safo ayira obi abisa o se o mahu obi da me safo ani mahu wana beda bonten
ade besa
wana beda bonten utwa kontopo masafo ayira wo da bonten eti se akufo ado nya hwe wa Asante region na mo se ware a ya ejejereje
na
MPP ni ya wo mitu MPP ya nkwan ene ya watu
ya wo mitu mu
ya wotu mu na se emfamfa so bia emma wa brabo ma se MPP ndi ya wo mitu mu
ya die nie
ene ye ne
ya die nie na powei
sa me kwa Asante region me butu mi fusa che se me butu mi fusa me kwa so I need all these places are
very useless guy like Napo o ma me free achim no abegina Asante region abeka kire say the Asantini pa ye t-shirt
can you imagine
man t-shirt na omugina
can you imagine
adanu me hwe ade no na me hu say politics another weapon to enslave people.
Kwabra.
Another weapon to enslave because say sasem na napokan no. Entina me ya na me pe Middle East one those areas no me pe omo life o. Kada pop free stage this so ahyew.
Kwabra, me pese me bisi wasem bi o. Sasem we ya metane mikrofo bi din kuma especially me cook masia. Kwabra, na so sanka Asantefo ye nyimi sa o. What is happening to us? Ede na happen. Asantefo sanka ye akokodrufo.
You see
what is going on?
The problem no.
Anti yet mean can okre say look.
You see when it comes to business, smartness, we understand life. That is us. We know how to build. That is us. But we are indoctrinated.
That is the problem. And you to me tell Kumasi to me say the whole world Kumasi is the best. O tu kwan kra do. The whole world Kumasi is the best.
And on foul ho.
Oh, the Onya fufu ni ko bibi ya.
What was it this crowd or bibi amfa no ho. Indoctrination.
What?
Yeah. And
so want me and Yakokodra and come out of it. No one show enough strength. Like, no, this is not the way we should go.
Say commercial you congested. Tese be me do ana me ho yira me.
Na say me one no frame say Magdan abetiasi Ashanti region. Na maka kire omo say me pe evidences no. Maka kire bosomtwefo no say omo ma me evidences to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Me maka kire omo say Magdan adia oye no ada songo no the Ashanti region. Ye be organizing crop farm mo abo Magdan buturo bia bia na de obia because on me first ejimi no a ojimi woni krom no engura Ashanti region da ensida ye be jaya adwuma ko Ashanti region na be ye ni sesini e be ye ni sesini
kwabran nan se me
obia tra ni krom abro wo mo edi nkwase asem woni krom e ye o maame no papa no krom but so the crosso omo so omo kwa akopɛ me nyanya de kronti na menka wansem me pese omo gada me hu se eye no kure trodo then we will start it so what ni jimi no ma akufo ado piepia no edi ni jimi no esisa ko manom zoom la ya akwala no ko ma ye minu aketwa wo no so mbe wura Ashanti region be din kwase de ewo wa odi na police fo no nyina be funu wo mo ebe yom said you watch a movie.
Around him say, Nancy me call a friend say, as you home. Sir, what dear? Me can't assume who winning baby are making.
Yeah, minimum.
Kwabra. Me ko jina ho na me de drone ko ye some. Kwabra me say, a home kwa, assume home kwa, if Ghana says a big developer, assume kwa. The money that place alone can generate.
Ya terrorism ministry. Ya bu say terrorism minister.
O say ye.
Say domestic terrorism. Was he ni pay wu ni ekwa ye na aso.
Can you imagine?
Was would nam ko hu banchi no ato. Hu body no ato. Was wo kwa ye na wo fufo no wie wo didi wie na mo wie ye no a no aka chom some person ko excursion. Na ne nam kro no.
I don't like the Japan say as an only minister no anka da no kasa asema ko be sake no.
There you. It tells you the kind of president and vice president we have.
Can you imagine?
Sir, nipengu ana domestic tourism ekoso. Ninti wajimi kura no. Ko voter region na ko hwe sites.
Charlie.
Menu ka say your friend say Kakum ho say o.
Oh, now your tourist site no kura look. Kwabra your problem.
Go to the north. Me say tourist sites ni bi is young discover.
Your problem because time na yesu ano. Okay, so so the Safo.
Aye.
Safo say na nua bi wo ha trees bi wo ha.
Yeah.
Na konfa no che na ibobo ho.
Na ibobo ho.
Because me ko school asoma so kakra. Eti no Safo me papa tra kwa mine na se for mampon eti sa area ho say. Lots of tourist attraction ayira.
Chese ebu okra yentimi discover. Ye busa no a. O say onipa wuni akwa ye no a ni atoba nchine bode.
Hey Charlie, this country
say ebia eye burusa na okwa ye no zo ho a no atonkonkonte mokwa no mo akadi mokadi wi a na mo wi ye no a o se kire me excursion yenko excursion okromo hwe wei we no mutimi ehwe nipa nim ka kire nipa say they are doing better. Enti what is a we no mu edidi enkrofo te say ablakwa akando Sam George no matema na obu afu say enye say bia akando na ablakwa eye special ayibio but unhu nipa we say odidi we no matema na ufe so okeka nkwasi asem kire no
ma me sanyina wa fide su kwabra da bia mpesem kasa asem na me congratulate Honorable Sam Okujato Ablakwa. Ajuma Oyeno as a parliamentarian or chain investigative journalist. The way I thorough about issues bia scandal bia or be exposed the time I was spending or the benya the detailed records of idea or can no. me bona baso se onko so a no nya sa adwuma pa ne magana because ye won so nipa kakra bi o ma we mu a ka Ghana be ko nanim. Big Sam, may God bless you.
Yengo tie eye Dr. Nyahotama Klo. Ena eye emmeku. Ena your friend say eye the statesmen, yeah, we have them in Ghana here. Eye omo a press conference. And Dr. Nyahotama Klo are raising issues on corruption. And I think we should talk about it. Yeah, let's do this.
Nyahotama Klo, in the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours, we don't sleep soundly at night. Ghana has been riddled with perceived corruption of political public office holders, amassing unexplained wealth, tribalism, nepotistic and parochial in their interests, especially under this regime of President Akufo-Addo. How do ministers hold statues of cash in foreign and local currencies in their homes, acquire properties in prime areas of Accra and other parts of the country, drive the most luxurious cars, and live extravagantly, and expect our youth, who remain largely without meaningful employment, to be satisfied? These are critical warning signs going to destroy the security of the state. We need to pay critical attention to this. Fellow countrymen, the Akufo-Addo I knew had numerous dialogues and demonstrations with is not the Akufo-Addo who is now president. What many Ghanaians may not remember is that Brigadier General Nunu Mensah was the campaign manager of President Akufo-Addo in the MPP's presidential primaries in 1998. And I was also a member of that team too. So, we know what we are talking about. As a young medical doctor in the Ghana Armed Forces, Nyahotama Klo, in the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours.
All right, so this is Dr. Nyahotama Klo. And Uncle Rex, unim yambompaye se Akufo-Addo ne Gabi no di agora ade be koso Ghana street no e be shock wo mo. Yeah. Because you see,
the signs are there.
When you have a reckless president like Akufo-Addo, very reckless man, who decides to steal the country with Nemba, just to steal our monies, take the monies to Cayman Islands and just dump it somewhere. And you see, Dr. Nyaho can say, unexplained wealth. Ubusa boys ne say, na munya sika we ewo he. Where? How? Winning. Na President Mills wɔ hɔ no. One day be make President Mills the first trip or buy it to almost in the first trip. Now or I think UK. Me am Mr. Lupri. Dada. And I almost say, oh, media for or more free media for so they called me. And I'm a catcher almost so Omone Dominic. That Dominic is in an AM producer, and I'm so Omone Nonko. Subsequently, for 4 years of President Mills, 4 years of President Mahama. But I kept on asking myself, why should I become a dependent on my coffers? You go there, you sleep, you give you per day, no adi. No baba betnasi. Even with that, yeah, and your bonnet. I am a ferry say or chinebi a buying beba. Bobie and an idin ewo a buying ademua. I am a ferry. Me ferry. It's not like me pebi. Look, it got to a point when nipa or buy me parka chemi say, would you waji me o? Uko JM no. I'm not supporting them to destroy the country. Many J say me kumasi them hunu kumasi kejetia. That is my joy. Dia kan dia mi ama brabo. Nyame ama me sa microphone we make media bobranka kranka. That is the most important thing. Now, when you were no ma area on mine no. No we say, yeah. Mamin ka sem chiro. Na ye ko share Africa. Fridays live band. Asante be dia to me hu no. Ye ni momo. We know them. Oka omusiawa omusia na ye nua no eya na wodidi atem. Then I want to ask them, wonya dia we efri he? Wonya free he because we know you. Samuel Kuminu, Mamma, no Papa Numina. They don't have it. Pious Ajide, Obana now, and I know Obana and Mamma at the single room all combined. You Giahe. I quite Teko say I didn't Fuka Krakano. Obakona, Dolu, a Methodist Asordano, now or the Akunyas were not in the Funu Bosro. These are guys, even for them to go and seek employment, said ya Juma say, Nasa Yakopejuma for near Nemu, near Pejuma, near them. Omunima de Crow, Omunya Bida. So you ask yourself, how can this person walk to a car park and buy a car worth $100,000, $150,000? Ubusano was Messi die or cantonment, Messi die or Laboni. How? So you see, one day, when the system becomes so hot, then the youth will charge that we will take possession of any more we are no. And they should be careful. And see now, a basic debi, when you don't have power, a member charge it as you show properties, and they will seize it forcefully. On the force, ever fact. More properties, they will occupy it. It will be very bloody. Say Enkwalawe, how? But I could be no friendly girl be our madam for. Was it Kwabena? O kwasika say it be pakisika or carpet so. Adana ni agie no. No, I catch us all the Bishop envelope Munefako.
Karamami Kasam Shro. Go home. And now this erroneous impression I walk Ghana for it say Obia or politics Mubia no just say the easiest and the fastest way to make money is politics. And you know, say you be na say sacrifice it. What the time they won't quant no bibia to say oh ye bibia ma maya. Na obi fi so obi atam sika bia ma. Even a Rise Ghana demonstration in Anchor say, oh, you see, your mama mom $20 million. Because in their mind, obia ain't mean sacrificing my mind. Look, I've never said this in public. Okay? 2020 demonstration, a friend said campaign, me did your mama chiko bia. Many Baba Sadiq. We didn't ask for one city. We fuel our own vehicles. We paid for our own hotels. We did everything because that was our contribution to the campaign. Adentina, ye per se, ye support to no obedi anima, ye sako dani burden, emano, especially while he's in opposition. Kwasi obi sabi sebu beka say, oh, we mo yes your mom musika, yes your mama mom musika. Arise Ghana, just say adwene ni Ghana, ye adwene ni yetrim. De akoso ye hu ye. It is so bitam sika maye. Odwinwa won't ase.
Won't ase o.
Sabi.
At the cry Uncle Rex, these guys want to do with Ghana. I don't know.
You know, so the whole situation is, so nobody is prepared to sacrifice for this country. We don't think of the future of our children.
Say my former team omu tu galamsey ewa bem. And my former team omu kutia galamsey. And I'm one media men omu ne kwa kase ye kwa galamsey. How can you do this?
Kwabena, me see madam for be me money. Or NDC new. Na or MPP for na for. Akufa do ba power am tese am so operation Vanguard say. And na for the between the koshemu. Kwabena, within 3 months, no at all land cruiser brand new. $120,000.
How?
And I'm from Zamasa. How come? How did you get this money? I say Uncle Rest with the Sa Groovy na Woody.
Oko MPP.
And I say,
na true.
And I say, sir, I Groovy na midna. And now I me say, sir, military people ni police for na yeso omo ko operation Vanguard no. Omo mo ko duru ho a. Omo be bo show super na gold in the way to no magi. Omo ji wi a, no mo ni why deal. No mo protect na wo too, but in the eyes of people, omo ye adwuma. Omo ya no bosses akoche. That is what has gone on. And until Sabi, your friend said Galamsey no end to me that since so long as Akufo-Addo is the president of Ghana, they are all benefiting.
What do your mind know? What destroy your mind? And my mention for this could be preco demonstration. Your own friends, age mates, your own friends. Omo Paba, they are so disappointed.
The policies that the government has been implementing are policies that do not find favor with the general people. And during the period of Rawlings' rest of the world from where you come from, people, and that the man has been implemented.
That's right. Wawa young for no more Bobra. Now they can't say anything good about you. At the peak of your life. What this 78, 80 years? What be your president?
They are not proud of you.
They are not proud of you.
Never
know. And Cassandra Wena, or now for four, or more, and no, Shasiano, and common account your struggles. Said you will mind me ye. Said you, and can you my wayano? Normally, a Kaka say yes. Tamani Diagrono, he said this and he has done it. But now they have become so disappointed And they regret
ever supporting your political career.
Kofi Kumsi.
Yes.
Obeka on the my 1 in 10.
Nanka mini Akufo-Addo, I would just resign at if seminya hunu general numensa me hunu ayenya hotama klonum speaking about my leadership style. I will resign and walk away. Because Sankrofo we yemfa no se mumu bebrenu a na reku brobe ka ho na reku brobe can't say anything good about you.
And then I could visit no so ti asmo kai.
Yeah.
Was your uncle on resign? Say Akufo-Addo was 60 years naka the 1 year young Kwabena Ghana constitution.
I'm telling you.
It's true.
Kwabena constitution no because he
Kwabena constitution no what cause resign.
Just say onafofo a onu omo esi so na mu believe in building a country, a better place. Amaye no. Womu nyina se mu efiri omo anu ba say about you biano enye ade papa. Why don't you resign and walk away? Obianim woni nyahota makro. How you guys were. The principles you believe in.
It was fake.
Then all of a sudden these guys are not proud of you. They can't say anything good about you. Your behavior, your policies, your thievery nature, greed,
and buga that patapa.
Tyranny.
Or your lawyer, so your lawless. He's the most lawless president we have ever had in this country.
Creative arts. In the end, na mama jankuma etna ho only a year letter, appointment letter from the president, so a CEO for Creative Arts Agency. Now, what to one logo and that website. Why?
It's the nature of the papa. If papa is president, too many in a crown in some. Papa
of
course, yenim.
And I'm money.
The papa no. Look, let me tell you, the man is lawless. He doesn't care.
I am once a Ghana for Sibia Ghana for stroke of father say no. Me I am one.
Monsieur, I am one.
You see, Mammy can some chow.
Hijack intimate wire there. Say Creative Arts for you know. Muko dakro mu bo rada no muko yini ba no tutu na idea na aba. Na soja for atwutuo. Na nka mu ni om de sia ni. Omo kumba ku mienu na eja tom.
Yan crofo ni bi.
Na say okra kumante wa bodam.
Yan crofo ni bi are there. One will say sebi Creative Arts na enye oman. Ye nyina e Ghana for. Ye mu binom e kan pipi no ho. Like the Sokre Safos and the Okreku Mantes and whatever it is. No, so 18 na the most important thing they say. Sebi. Oma dada ye bibia ni wo come omo manifesto mo ma ye. 18 no ye twen.
No. The point is mo amon ka ho no. Mo se aluta na se a Ghana for youth no beba. Hwe obi pe bibia me na trigger keke wa Akufo-Addo ne ma no so. Se mo sori cho boy bo run office wa. Me say police, military diagra emebunu be si kroma ma de be koso no eyese mu ye bibi
Kwabena ade ba ko so ti ase ne set you
obe regret
Kwabena ade ese wo ti ase ne say the way Akufo-Addo na busuafo hijack sa o man we no ho se wo tokwa no wan choose battles well enkrofo na wo si wo die no makokwa mom no ombe yi wama
se sikanti
of course
Bobie hwade.
Of course.
Yeah, boy, I want to a Obrasport.
And can be beba so ya.
And I say, a jabasi, baby, I pay me my mama yet. And Tiabo boy, who can carry you know. Men could have go pet Bassy Bina in Chiaka, young rent no mamma Famoko. Because Bastam may be a way for it. More quite, David, young family.
Yeah, stop one.
Yako OA, manager to was cow. There be Bazas, there be Ansah, me come be me, the big word, man. I don't got a full week with fathers. That is Ukuta was sick.
Oh no,
me go slow.
Me about OA. Nisika da
I get OA and the manager not to honor or take out to have your friend and Nakwasi.
Nisika can be.
Nisika da ho.
Anna
Yako was a big crowd of him said Nisika da ho. Your calls a because I mean Pebas are rented. After me call for if you're Brasport and the Omako Finance Ministry. I'm just here for them change them. I want man who you the document the actually me. Nisika kakrakada da ho. Catch them say on to me for my uncle. On to me for rent here. And I'm saying, Ade, or the rent him what ejumadi be go no you be here does you be lose the job.
Master, there's something you don't know. Look, Akufo-Addo is the most
yeah the one it's you do that level. So kutansi ke to ade kura sa ade no wo to etie Akufo-Addo ade to ma onka Akufo-Addo ho ade kura to ma hey
now we take Ghana say da ben yakwa election
that is the level I drew
da ben na ye take Ghana yakwa election manipa 8 ewu
ye ko rent bus ye kutie sika ye the confidence ministry ntino ye fa ma ye fa rent ye are you sure? Oh, my boy is OA. My boy manager is here for another question. Accra had time now. Oh no, you're in charge.
Now who ni mana? Day na near ye a friend say occupy a friend say BOG no. Sa day no. Bus sana on my range and for our range your bus have to do buses will be as uncle.
Really?
I don't think the chair no na be
time last now holding now be as your uncle. It's now say yakoko pet can she DAB old buses CB. Let's say boy na ko pet no be ba. Amodi said there no buses no open crowd time to ball and
that is how far we have come as a country. It's national
who is Ghana for
national can me na adwen.
Who is Ghana for me come to say ubo to of Akufo-Addo so be ama. I'm telling you. NDC for Kromo ma ubo to boy Akufo-Addo so a NDC for omo ma ofre chairman na omma the power friend be omma adaya Akufo-Addo ho de be go. That is what is going on here. Fear and panic. Now me say Ghana for ye who for sir. But that is the level we have gotten to. It's Bobie. Sunday, Uncle Resi coming here. If you didn't choose your battles carefully with Akufo-Addo, Chobo, you don't be hard. Chobo, yeah. I want to say, "Oh my, they will rat. That you ran Akufo-Addo."
GBC for a year press conference. Kasi, na yano yan koma ebe se da di. Say, Director General no. Onko, but I know you're separating Koma ibidi. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. Star 413 hash. CMGC catch a dear. Ucha 5 series are ultimately 500 and 1,000 Ghana series. Yan first nearly 1,000. One mama me busa me send a commander because they say no more beam. No more beam. A day can be a nipa bay 6, 7, 8, 9. Boom. We are lucky. We number no 2,000 as well. Oko. Would be called Bob Wazaba. The week of Bob Wazaba. Me pamachao. Me pamachao. Mama ne tell. Me bajo enra najo eye fund management for no da ho me ba se me kira Ghana for adia Akufo-Addo kenoforiata omode eye enkokrafo ene emrewafo abatan ekwayom do mo nam so enra najo. Right? And I just no, and I do not know my did no video no. Yeah. Yep.
The mother with the baby. These are customers of Gold Coast Fund Management. It is past 12 a.m. the midnight.
Chaze, Akwaba.
Yeah, Commander.
One of your convener edema ekwe enti say na moda enra najo.
Commander, Sabe Pepe.
Give us update. Tell us
Commander,
what is happening.
Enra one of the most saddest day. Enra one of the most saddest day of my life. In a sense, na me free cemetery on my nipa ho bambo ehia oman no na enra me hu se 7 producer sa anoma oni prebu ene wo man enra ye demonstration yenya abrewa or retire 22 years ni or retirement 22 years ni.
Wow.
Yes. When you need check Kufuado abrewa or retirement 22 years ni na all bano ne na branch bi na e kan get na oh media for the interview me pama media for the interview no sa ta me mani abre enti e other medias don portal so ye nuanom joy for ni ade no mu place abras wo ka check for say this is my own money. I didn't get the opportunity to become a politician. I was a civil servant. It was my pension money and my lifetime savings. I can't buy my drugs. Please give the money to me. And some abroane can. Now, and the first 24 hours, no, we were strategic. Engineer call monka kran. And run a who say, oh my, penubianim. You need political leaders, both opposition, incumbent government.
They don't care.
We don't have political leaders in this country.
They don't care.
You need a hand for Kroimu, a fiti, and yet Tamali, ever be seen ha, or he be any ha. You need minister wa ha. Penmubie ni Kroimu. Because almost share. And media for you need finance ministry acquire. I will point wait to the car. No commission with you, Mr. Mo. I dear be yet Aqualana. No caution, no call. And the Anopanami addressing media, they say. But who say, and Casembe Fianca Penmuna Eka. But for 24 hours, Penmu be any head to the Murafan Grafada Bonting. Same Penifon if you say, come Qualan, and Quala, Sebi Omujibi. And it's a finance ministry. And the tree was a train, and no mean our bedman on Baby Rem. Me addressing media and your block equines and ne, you know me now bedaho. Obien wo be pie, no bien was wa, obey rem, and your block equine. Now, me person be commanding Ghana Police Service and ne. And that they didn't cross their boundaries. Omo who say baby drone and drive through afro pete. It's your blocking quantity, no. The next action is you're blocking entrance, no.
Yeah.
Obi about me, will be a pure to me. And I say, but you better get out of them. And I'm saying, addressing media as you to get little from we are. The next action is you're blocking quino. And you call ma and no gate in the pang. I want to know if Sebi. I can't have a 20 patrim. So now we say Sunday power finance ministry. You call 24 hours. Me who ni pay out. But a boss say very you better put out of form because Pemu be anything kwala hate me. And a fire a money and bang, no more bang. If they say oh ni pa ba ho. They fe ni ba phone your course. Oma be jira fe about your phones your course. Now, yeah, my police volunteers say we are ready. They should bring reinforcement with guns. We are ready to go through any situation because there will be care. But the police did a very good job. And John by Fedia, I'm sure I didn't need yang. And Rafuya Tetra from war. Almost some mobile come Viaba. Fedia kukru. within few minutes now, less than 15 minutes, they started say, you take action no. Now, Minister of State at the Finance Ministry, Amin Mohammed, Ababi Jinaho.
Engineer Osho.
Me who can you fast so? Say get me there.
Go for when Omo Jimia Machese.
Waba every police for no. Na me not me who say police for no. Omo ti the air na say. I gave them the respect.
Wa mo kura sika wo.
Me who so omo ti the air na say. Enti omo frɛ na ye call ye na me I mean so osreye efe di nipa be fi. Efe di adwene na koda be bi eda. Enti efe na omo ti yesu ye tupu na to fom no. Ya block kwan no.
Media for broadcasting free
and adjumuni no awia no pani and adjuni no man.
You are very foolish people sitting in that offices.
But met that customers I know buy so says you just say oh my ready so be engaged in their final lasting solution. No maybe say date in the call of arrest. She say out of financial cleanup exercise na mugu adwuma no. Yan find on ton chen. Adwuma ni go dey obi anim say is out of vindictiveness na odi go adwuma no. And now, Security Financial Commissioner, yeah, regulator, or budget is over here 8 billion. Not the the entire customers of fund management, 47 fund management companies. Our Gold Coast, yes, standing 90% of the total customers of these 47 fund management companies. O trace can of you know. And now, Kanofriata, what they shall budget him now, what they own 600 million torso. Hey!
Wow.
And now what the 8.6 question budget him. It Parliament approve amawa. What the found 600 million
Ghana cedis.
Oh, now 62 billion cry edi. Yeah, when they 62 billion cry edi.
Gafara.
Gafara. As a what TV that.
I mean, million fee.
Yedi, you're so sad, hooligans because we be our questions. Na 600 million. What is say we hold there? Ya approve we will resist kana. Fa wunanam 600 million no. Fa kofi ekore. Na sebi emrewafo ne kokorafo a. Sika no omanko hwia, omanko pension, omo sika die je omo kwan. Businessmen and businesswomen. Omo dwetire obi wa importing yema. Time so because obi fan go to 3 months because can the function pass investment with 3 months na kakra be ka how ana mugu adwuma no amafo sika o ma obisika $1 million up to $10 million in papa sika.
Hey,
wow, I'm telling you. And the you say sa kwa we $10 million for no or your MPP finance you know finance no sponsor of the mobile power
and I say one man contracts that
omo fashion farmer no.
They won't give him.
Oh, massa.
But you see,
but some man contracts as him.
They have a contract. Oh, we are no a boss share and a gabi or just come sign. Etuno.
So you get the point. They won't give him because they are only in for one reason. Okay, so maybe catch Ghana for say Japan for it is only one family that has dominated Japan, and the family did so because I was say omu control till the end of the world, and until Akufo-Addo the main your friend is saying manual or the boom my way no, and only side Japan no. Now the details are hidden. On pese akwano obe friend who so financier biem no obe shinisika. Eti enye se ye ka MPP a enye MPP fo nyina na edi dewo aban we mu. Majority of MPP fo no mo sika kra na se bi Akufo-Addo no
mo kwaku kwati sika obi
o ma tsi o mu nyina sa
office of MP.
They will have to cripple you.
Deputy Minister for local government.
This are Collins. Collins. You see?
Me wo mo listen MP for wo akasa de list abram yo.
MP for.
Ena mo kwa wo mo ma no.
No say ani wo wo mu. Oh. Ena Akwa to say oni wo nua tie say me ne Kwabena na mu na manusi sumina so Kwabena ye me frakadam
utimi kan bedwum
me dem aka
obeka kan kan bedwum
utimi eno ne ade a sebi edu baabi a
no but bibi wo so say kan bedwum
baby unim Kwabena baabi a e wo say nko kan bedwum no wanka ena wakwa tai obonefo nachi te say menu nam na maye obone na wata machi agi tumi ama me na afei me say ye obone nipa na atise Kwabena Japan de no aha e say wan de beka bi ama no
obi anka bi ma no
because who Kwabena Japan who na who policy Akufo-Addo who the first person to have introduced Akufo-Addo to the political scene on this in this Fourth Republic. In fact, after the PFMJ and all those nonsense now, of course, no, say champion, you know, Mu na muko kada together to bring him as a noble man to lead this country. And already cafe no affair wo. As a general secretary, you ready? When it was against the constitution, the dictates of the constitution. And then, who was a big nagana phone you say, Nipa na wo yi medie no, are you credible enough to be your leader? And a yato abama no. One reading po. Any yabua na so a president. Any yabua and so a president. And a wo kwa no promise e de ma wo no. Yan fulfill it. Etiana me na pokumi mi ko jira camera nim na me ka bi Kwabena Japan say be kase ma adwene nya adwuma.
But apart from that,
it is ankofo no.
Yeah.
If the corona na yi
omo. But apart from that no. Me believe say Akufo-Addo ne family no ne nam bonyunu bi yaw they envy what you have.
That's it.
Say our 10 cities.
Yes.
Ukura 1 city a also it is all in Ahab. You see Ahab eyiri num nyina chi no na ne commander de baako pe ya owo osaipe.
Yes.
And such people who we are say and esusu money and the say they tie bia no eye omoya say they tie bia no because apart from that as you are saying $10 million in nipa no boa campaign look at what say amoaben hwekwa am dey amoaben fa so
Kwabena how dey say
anyway
obi just to also
add
obi unika pre obo obesia me ankasa madam for JB Dankwadu one example. JB gave them money. Of course, okojini sika free one no okofia okowuye no. JB Dankwa. Akwabi oka isle gonfo ne ho. This is someone na ye kodidi wo baabi. Emebe ohumi ani o twabo me kama. Me so me bra paninti mankasa. When I'm in me baby one day na kwa frame ya.
Ya fellow.
Used to well. Modem se mo die dro munim fom akwede se munim no munim se me komo musika mo de ye campaign na abane ban na me se me kopa adwuma na nka mo de aye na nka ja ba sanya sika na nka daachi bi me ko ya kwasia bi ti ba bi kwasia ben ya gabi no gabi
ono de bibia na yo
asia bi ti ba bi se usika unya aye no odi ma aye no ye de be ma na check om de ma no according to him no or say a Bank of Ghana check such a person enti no ubusa ho say sankofo we mu no omo ye hwan no eti wo Ghana ni na wo tie bonten bia wo say wo ye party ba no one people ni kro mu wo de hwe nipa a omo like Kwabena me ba na mo ka ni age mates ni nyoma sankofo we mu ane no omo ye party no. In fact, yeti party go no kan ye ho. It is to the point say onwene mo ho. Wo ka abrewa. Wonu abrewa na abrewa no tete no obo odam. Eti wo wonu obu abrewa ben.
Yanko grounds. Sesiano Amin and what is Amin and
Mohammed.
Oba no say.
Mpanyinfo sɛ ɔmo ne yɛmɛhyia na yɛhwɛ na ɔmo find lasting solution.
Sorry na make I have one King David.
Yeah, sorry. Ɔhwɛ na ɔmo nsiesie omni kuni penny for my meshia. And your say I draw your mirror for free street. So there be say meshia. You walk 48 hours. If you are spending 25 hours, it was still 23 hours. More engagement. We are whilst we are on the grounds to demonstrating. No, you meeting within the 23 hours left. So outcome of the meeting, no, are you fruitful to the interest of the customers? We will draw them from the street. If not, yeah, now, in 24, say, you can be more, no way to be doing papers, so you'll be uncan be more.
Yeah.
It's in 24, I'm in your monamino. Actually, let me say, I will say a TSC. Because this is the first time, since 5 years, our problem by finance ministry already so bad, they engage. What time is it? The bottom, why already so?
This is the first time.
This is the first time. They don't even have the courtesy to respond to our letters. It is sanka yes ye two prona to form their gate, the main gate no. Ye two to form their. So call is ya be say and why ye kanya ba ho. Ya just ye two to form their. And ye nanka nya dia on be your madwene say ombeti. Kwabena as a hu be shame mu. Na ebufuo bi yirim yesu ni arehwo bi ahyemas Krofrel tentimada bonten. Amrwafo ya da bonten. And this young kaya hokra na ye wi obaka say obutra ho mbre ye no obko ye no. And it meeting here at 12 o'clock. Area of finance ministry. Ya catch media say they should come around right after the meeting. We will brief them. You remember media briefing.
Until the demonstration is still going on, and as I'm with
police, the finance ministry, ego agreement say we are suspending the remaining 23 hours of the protest pending the outcome of the meeting. Police for I agree. Say you call that's a meeting now, Maswa. You try 23 hours now. Can so near my police letter say you extend now indefinite. Say you call that's a meeting in Basso. That's a small becano. And yet, Ansah Sama. Yeah, 23 hours. No, so near my police no letter say indefinite. Yes, send back open your day coho. Market accounts, bank accounts, am commercial banks. More advances can have the click of bottom credit here. Asa. I dear back open.
Meanwhile, Sikano, what do you call parliament?
Debut, Oma approved. And
Americano. What call up boy a money? I'm ya approve.
Also was spending our brown family.
Now, Argentina, Sabi, a friend say, I send the printer or printing. No. One print on the account.
One more printing you watch. Debut, what's your baby to be print this to watch?
Can you imagine?
This a mad way, a madness. Namyong, I have Ghana for me ya. Opposition parties need me ya. Now, wait, NDC Kebia. Men can't best solve it. Your elections are. Your elections are better to Abama. Men to Abama. Your elections are men can't remember someone to Abama. Because the money he also be party at the back. Come on to me, Bibia be ye. Naka Pembia Asoniagina. A banner the old and yet, she said, for that mountain so. And can run a jokranka. Opposition leader being sorry can be. Keke. There was a pen maybe walk room or drink differently. Yeah, who be? Yeah, pe bases as a science call for Africa Kumasi. She said the public 200 I read Kumasi on Beba. The only case. Yeah, your bases are more mama. And with 10 pen, I'm a misika, I bet to be a mom, some of Africa 10 pen, and I'm to be financing from Kumasi. 10 pen, I'm to be financing from a Techiman. 10 pen, I'm to be financing from Takwa. 10 pen, and I'm to be financing from Takrade. But you had the back of one side a day, as you are me any kata. You yapen mubia, I'm party at the back. I had no refi DKM. DKM scale woman, yes, saying. Why you music and yes, just 53 million. Why are also 51 million Ghana cedis. Yeah. You will be an Isika, and yet $10 million US. Nipa back up.
That is more than 8 billion.
8 billion. And opposition party beyond what? Or who is a way a campaign message? 8 billion Ghana cedis. Kind of rat at what did 52 billion and we are the other handkerchief of Papa no. Penmubia to be cashing.
Enti young fan say ya mama no any papa no airport or more trasia train.
Or trasia train. Pending the outcome of the meeting of Ochina. Now the Americans here the media na se papa. Media na ye dwuma sonko media ni na ewo kroma o ma ye dwuma sonko na takrade for frɛ na techima for frɛ na sunyane for frɛ kumase for frɛ enkra ha for de ye kase yagopon nhira mo na nyamo na mo kan yasem ma ya agiyenya kama for ye nya panimu bia ekroma panimu wa ha ye media for na watwe de panimu wa kroma ye media apart from media panimu bia ni ha eni tina de ekokoso ye no enti se ocho yagopon ya adoma Bobie Bobie the minim say be bread ya sam minim say be sa akwa demonstration no the minim no ya be sa akwa demonstration no
Charles we there Uncle Rex sabi mame enso name na me nya toa wo enkomo bi ka baabi na Kwabena say enra say nene na Ansah na afre me
yeah
efa Kumasi arrangements bi enti nipa no eye ye nua alaji mintimi money din ewo bedwam o ma me permission nti ekoba asa no na arrangements no o see through to get things done ena okfre me bo mama ne say say one penifo mienu bi nso adi nkomo na say timing no too close ena onamono ane so enkomo bi nso sa akoso efa openina penny no me I don't have his permission so nye se watu kwan a
that's okay
enka John Mahama ko beba ho because me busa alaji no na o catch me say yesi mrewafo bi enti me kura no I needed to call to find out the truth in it.
You asked me.
Okay, say me frewa. Yes.
So honestly
in fact it eluded me. Maybe I will on behalf of
yeah, me Ansah it arise Ghana for.
Na me make am Bobie.
Hey, okay. Arise get Kumasi rep.
Na say so you see. Ade de nyina ne say. Ka utia ye na so because sabi your friend say he for the quota how much your friend say pensioners no your quota how much your Minister of Finance. It's our job because yeah there ekwa bi e be fa so man no ebeye ne hia yen enti se wakan me ate yi die
oh yeah there
yeah the better arise in penny for you enti no na ya hwede so betimi aye
yeah now mama kwenya me anim ni Charles so na no ya kakra say penny ni man mu ye
penny mu be na wa ha
da bi penny ni aban mu ene o kam no ya adwo na man mu de penny for wa ha ye say be ye nkwala mum de na so ye bibia sem penny for o ti Kwabena Bobie Ansah bo a wo boy adwuma yi enye bia ni wo menti say wo bo ma menya sabe
studio had a penny for ha then ka hale
studio had a account man okay so me pesa me ka adie beye nine ebom mamo. Now this is a statement coming from Boache Jakon for the current situation at Ghana womb me we are na mejaya mamo and me pekino because of the current situation of a yamro for name for demonstrations then we fuse it and then a Ghana statesman for no almost a year of press conference and this is what Jakon yeah they are to your Facebook page and I want to just run through quickly. Quote, how did we get here?
Many are now asking, well, here is how. There are new elements who we mistook for an entertainment at best or as mere irritants at worst emerging in our politics, who do not understand and appreciate the quiet approach. Once for all, these new elements accept the stock of commonplace, prejudices, fag ends of ideas, or simply empty words which chance has piled up within their minds, and with a boldness only explicable by their ingenuousness, are prepared to impose themselves everywhere, not by reason, but by force. Indeed, our politics is no longer altogether a quiet and dignified affair of attending to the urgent business of national development. It is now politics of the noisy marketplace and election platforms where noise, mischief, insincerity, and lies have more value than thought, character, and integrity. This is the morass. Perforce, we must redeem ourselves from. Unquote. Boache Jakon on MPP Kufuado leadership and the current situation in Ghana. Okay, so Alan. My menfa Alan, you know, Embra. Alan, and I quote, I strongly condemn yesterday's attack on members of UTV Ghana's United Showbiz program, which is a blatant violation of freedom of the media and free speech, two fundamental principles enshrined in our constitution. This incident was a wanton display of arrogance of power and indiscipline, issues that have hindered our progress as a nation for far too long. Our constitution, particularly Article 162, strongly safeguards the independence of the media and vehemently opposes any interference or harassment based on editorial opinions, views, or content. I commend the swift response of our law enforcement agencies in addressing this incident. It is of utmost importance that we protect and uphold the media's independence and hold those responsible for this attack accountable. I call for the immediate and just prosecution of all individuals involved, as we must resoundingly convey that such actions have no place in our democratic society. Let us always remember that a free and independent media is the cornerstone of a thriving democracy. It is our collective responsibility to uphold and protect these principles, which are essential to our progress as a people. Ghana will rise again. Unquote. Alan K. Chematin. Then we have from Pomboating. All right, so let's check on Frimpong Boating. Matis will be business so much dana. And Ibrana Bentia. Okay, so you're trying to say a professor Frimpong Boating the NB to say, but let me just quote some few portions of Professor Frimpong Boating, and I quote, I woke up this morning with a barrage of calls and messages from friends, acquaintances, and many MPP faithful. These distress calls have just one purpose: to complain about an attack by some thugs who have now been identified as members of the MPP on a media outlet, UTV to be precise. This attack, I understand, was carried out on a live program which was airing late in the night because these individuals find the content of the program unfavorable to the MPP. After watching various footage of the events and reading the responses from the Ministry of Information and the party, there is only one question that has been lingering in my mind. MPP, how did we get here? When President Ford was campaigning to win the first elections for MPP in the 2000 polls, a major message that sank not only among Ghanaians but also the world was how the MPP represented hope to ensure the protection of the rule of law, freedom of the press, and respect for human rights. The message was anchored on the ideology of the party, which resonated with people like me to continue to be part of the party. President Ford took various steps to ensure the media was given the safest environment to operate and thrive. I am puzzled that a tradition that has long been associated with believing in the exchange of ideas and respect for the rule of law will have its members attack a media house. Perhaps these attacks have taken cue from how the government and the party have allowed impunity to fester and grow in the MPP. If I recall, no one was allowed to be punished when similar groups went to the seat of government in the Ashanti region to attack the then National Security Coordinator. Again, no one was made to face the law when these brutes attacked a court in Kumasi, making the lady judge who was sitting on that case a run for her life in the full glare of the public. These events have led many to believe leaders have lost the moral control of the party or they benefit from these barbaric acts. So I asked MPP, how did we get here? Unquote. And I don't need to continue again. Now let's go and listen to Dr. Nyawota Maklo. Mashada na mede sample for when people mean some over the weekend. It clearly shows a picture like we have given up on the country. It shows a picture of frustration. It shows a picture like we have a demon leading this country. Things fall apart. And the young Dr. Nyawota on the corruption. Young Dr. Nyawota Maklo. And Sema Okai. When you NDC, PNC, CPP for
Nyawota Maklo. In the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. In fact, in the old age of ours, we don't sleep soundly at night. Ghana has been riddled with perceived corruption of political public office holders, amassing unexplained wealth, tribalism, nepotistic and parochial in their interests, especially under this regime of President Akufo-Addo. How do ministers hoard statues of cash in foreign and local currencies in their homes, acquire properties in prime areas of Accra and other parts of the country, drive the most luxurious cars, and live extravagantly, and expect our youth, who remain largely without meaningful employment, to be satisfied? These are critical warning signs going to destroy the security of the state. We need to pay critical attention to this. Fellow countrymen, the Akufo-Addo I knew had numerous dialogues and demonstrations with is not the Akufo-Addo who is now president. What many Ghanaians may not remember is that Brigadier General Nunu Mensah was the campaign manager of President Akufo-Addo in the MPP's presidential primaries in 1998. And I was also a member of that team too. So, we know what we are talking about. As a young medical doctor in the Ghana Armed Forces, Nyaho Tamako, in the dark days of this dear country of ours, gives us a cause to worry. As a young medical doctor.
All right, so that's it live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Tabia Heba Center. Woman de Tabia Heba Mr. Abba. When Umato Onamio ya untumini into the Yadie, Mr. Munumbi. Woman de Tabia Heba Capsules Abba, Usisimu ya pa. And now when your constipation, Yamutima, Mr. Yanibi and Asa Onum. Tabia has been cancer so bapping for Fansanka, Unya Nifishan go to Fansanka. Wow, akwadate chen fansanka. Omamu pharmacy any herbal shops or Okanshi drug lane. Mubenya bi efro from 0243 686861. Me pacho muntu tumikai. A star 413 hash star 413. And then me bomb 1,000 Ghana cedis. Straight. I'll be back.
Hey. When we send your police in your draw, Imbusaba Mesa Amama Huaden.
Refuse to grow, and young offense Wabek.
And what day immune system or Yankopon, and you're ready Pediamus Samoya Hubano, and Nasa Wunum Imbusaba Mesa, a Peja immune system Nabribia, Yarientimu. Sasa dear, a man for the one, the Imbusaba Mesa, Dronua dance yes, and Yarwa will Nipa and Nina Etimi Banaso, and in Yarwa Cassian Kaya Wutini D and a honka. Now Yamwa suing no, a boy who buy every home. And now Mumpa, Omuan Dada, no monum doctor in Rono, and num Imbusaba Mesanoa, and Momo who are deep in tea. Ya Omuntim Pose, Yaria Esiomo. Imbusaba Mesa, a walk Kaisi, and you may move Bia Yato in Ro, at to form 0246 20 8496. FDA, Ashisha said, Jadi and Cratry, what Jatu say, ye.
Usika Semen Koyana, quick credits, yes, say, Sikape and Nafum, Intina Yabasa, but church or young Bosia Bonshayan, would to me Babusia edifia Suya fee 1,500 Ghana cities at the call. Nanya here no national ID card, won here so ubetusu. Won here our yen Jessica to ho, won Sansun here say, when a yembe buye futu bia. Quick credits, El Wahomao, say ye Jana Upesewudi, and now Wapesa was share ejuma for frase, and now say your school fees, and now po a ye, was so me ejma phone so ye will be mammo. Nemum Kai say, ye mobosia ewo internet so, a face so on Mantica Crobia Batang, Bank of Ghana and South Media Yimu, ain't it to Rikana Freying was 0302 200 390, and now 0596 920 833. Quick credits, London made simple. Kai said, Media in Shishaka Crow.
Hey, say, dear Mako, who ever Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, no, who grabbed me, say, and Nunti Mania Award, a word bestie, Obian Transit Emma Dumpemia, dear Casse, and Assam Boya, dear, and Canon to them you.
Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, as son you want to say, near Kro Etuno, near Anka, Ewananum, Obana, Bemo Power, and Yarwankaye. Nancy, Mamika say, and the Spana Cod Ekayeno, Greenfield at Arumenti, and was our selection and also APM. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic, our ultra modern laboratory. And a diagnostic machine, sir. As you should be Kasa. Greenfield Scientific Herbal Clinic. Ewa Nungwa Dogon, Estate Junction. Last stop. Frewa 0243 983 906 and 0261 651 898. Greenfield. God is our healer. Greenfield. Your last stop. I believe.
Yes, the incoming president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Also, Chobi Biara, or say the Mankratu. Magana and Shagana Biara, Ossia Pensis, Ronisi Chain, Free Assachasia, Wagya Bassa. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, sir, Bashabakin, as a private school sitting now, but free Assachas, Minianama magazine you compare. The spare parts of Bayas and Amma won't to Santo. Importers one so you there. Kranzama neba porter. What to me you want Zama? Debiara petroleum products what to minty. Mama transport first no boy cost. And the abandon paying for a catcher head a day. Party here sika. It's a kukudama wa burning one ankasana warrior galam saying. And the health insurance in your pure electricity in water bill. Surround no conti and tumunti. You know bring here them and you never push his excellency. Dramani Mahama. I'm a change I hear 2024. Ama NDC Amaya corners the fundraising platform at to what was a good governance card. Ahro Abobaze standard, silver, prestige, platinum, loyalty, gold, on your bronze card. Ahruina Mawan was able to me also aje. Amabusumbiara Afado a contributors are His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ne campaign. And once a maybe 0277 321528 and 050 455 9098 and 0534 000261 and 0534 004275 and able to visit your website www.ndcspecial.com. Next to my donations I'm a match a card at the door. Now also say a changer or say any change can call when you see on ye was a Bragan and Yibia NDC
CMGC Cartadio. Yeah! Here say, Ubeba star 413 house. I will MTN peso. I'm gonna move on. No one's that come what said ye. I CMGC Cartadio promotion. Yeah, I feel yes, you better do. So, person when you CMGC Cartadio beer and you're quite well now, Befaso. Step 1, but star 413 hash. I will MTN so. Step 2, choose a cry FM. Now, what dear, the prompt in it. And so I will show us coming in now. Ever could Yamau. Sikacha dear promotion. Aye cash in and win big promotion. When you dear what's our year? Win your share of 24,000 bonanza. Shannon Swo, do be our taxi. And dear cost star 413 hash and never more when you say, Kunim, our CMG Sikacha dear promotion or so. Aye cash bag from Class Media Group. Kai Huna say, Sa Jumedia way. And she shared the home. The National Lottery Authority, our Caritas Lottery Platform. And a boy chidom. One young fisher don't watch it airqua. One Kajumedia home. CMGC Cartadio. Yeah! Hey, 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 over there. Hey, Koda. And man, sit then, Tabia Takum, when you a member you don't know, a mere young day, and young day, I am member drew, and you think a band may be a here below, and to 4 any out of 4, and you'll be a pedigree to Atombia, and chemical shops, pharmaceuticals, and herbal shops beer. I was gonna have beer, and not say fraying. I was 0243 686861, and 0245 749206. Sankatwe, FDF Wajatu, Kaset, Tabia Takum, Bemabia Yatakum. Not recommended for lactating mothers, pregnant women, and children under 15.
Wabatele Accra FM, yeah, mommy.
Alright, so that's the live on Accra 100.5 Citizen Show. Nepoku, my mention say fruits na membo embrani say. What's the current situation in Ghana wom? Boacheja kuma ye the political weather. Sisi a omani jinem. Patapa etrasem. Ninsemo no points to the fact that there is no leadership, tyranny, dictatorship, evil, thievery has taken center stage. And you bet Alan. And Alan talking about UTV incident, no. Eya dia wonwa wa experience bi. Ewa Kufuado ne nkrofo nsem. Ye be far from Pom Boating. On the new same. Obema a year incident SCC to the extent that this Kufuado guy who can talk about a year your friend say judiciary harassment a court another judiciary intimidation no under ne presidency and no small boys ma omko bu court for ma court oba edwane ye sa oba na ote judge question case no so no owie ya no na Dr. Nyaho Tamakra be neli no akyere bebia Ghana edru and osi omo nkokra for no omo eda omo yam hye omo say omo nimu die ochena omo nchi echi no Ghana ebeye. These are MPP stalwarts disappointed and giving us a clear view picture of our current situation as a country. Pastor Yanko
Kara edi kan ma men tie for biem fani die mom na me enchia menuanu ma bedwafo corrects one of my backbones and Charles and Sodie men papa de Charles to em papa
yemi akuma
and me mo abaso so na adwuma so amoye ara I think saying and saying oh bomodin I was here bo abaso because we do traffic in more and mami hu how people are listening and me call me mami eyase ye mami test there is akufo
emerenti ni menti
me amma I papa kra enim say we do on or is agwani okon say we dey wedi kan and I'm say na emre na yi kakrenti say oh okay ti kwabra e hoso boko papa chiao ja copy pan niwa monisuo kakra ti ordinance anso ma Accra FM 43 wo ne wapamfo
ejeneso bebre
kwara de di kan ya wo se ehune se yetifie na ade bi koso na enya eni kwan se yehwe nipa no a oye saade no ne bobia na se ne nipa oye na yekase enunti yenka ho asem esan se bibi bia ewo efie bia no se affect you negatively or be affect you positively enunti partisan politics ya dia me gidi se ne fapem pan se ebema ti se multi party democracy na ebema nipa ehu se sabio ye alternatives enunti no ma menyere me ho na menya the choicest of the many omba gina so ombejina me modern bosso dia toaba. And the pivot around which multi-party democracy no revolve no how competition ebema obia yire ne ho aye de se efata enunti no during elections no kwabra obia de ne nsam egu apaso e de kɔ de wubo na okwa enye nsam a wokɔ kan nko na yehwe yehwe wama yokuo no the su ne ban na husu ene ne tirimu po ya opese oda na di e kire Ghana fo ya enu ya di Ghana fo ta hwe papa enu nti wa hwe a kwara even though I now support John Mahama more than 100%, I still sometimes believe say political party MPP no eyamayoku a ne ideology na yede tie no yen a ye te party no yede tie no enu nti no obi kase me NDC ni kura na I beg to differ, just because I think we were not wrong when we said we were capitalists. Now obi so say ope socialism enu nti no ochusu se obe left ena yehwe omampani kofo in this fourth republic obebu man ya PLS kofo decided say no, we can't be too extreme to the right, neither can we stay in the middle. So any yemfa we kakra so obesha he brought in that liberalism emma or the sir, even though we are conservatives, he brought in some social policies. A boy empty over here. You can't be very strict to say President Kufuor Memono depicted much of capitalism, even though it was, it was hinged on that property owning democracy in its positive way. Yes. It's a very positive thing, except that what they at the Pama Kromfoa we are cotton them. Ebi na Ekufuor do ewia ohene twene na kasa obebo. Enti sa kwabra ye toaso a se wo amayokuom te se MPP na won se obi aba beje amayokuo no say party no or your candidate, yes, you are to Obama no wabe flag bearer, but Nibi Bia was in contradiction with the tenets and dictates of party no ne ideology in the constitution. Nibi Bia, even though he is supposed to be a lawyer, he was very lawless. Everything Akufo-Addo did, and he is from yes. I'm even taking the picture from the history of Akufo-Addo flag bearer. Very lawless, very rude. He doesn't respect law. He is just a one man somebody. Oh, namwa sebi preduasa. I say Bob ko nyom no. Efrumu didi mi a enkwasi aden kwa and oh yeah. Now, to my surprise, one more omo party ni mu a kwabna omo ka bi ewo mu nyina no at some point Akufo-Addo e de tact bi e kawo omo to suppression. Emma afei uko bone chem so kra na ehu bi abeto so because unya ka bibia o say party no na me ne mpanyinfo bi ko hia mre bi na me ka che omo say omo ka che mo say mo say party na mo nyi na mo mfa kokodo ka say yes so say say party na ye ntena ho emo no Akufo-Addo na onu mom say party ni nka say ye na say party no na yen party no ye mpank ye nte because omo any first people are omo boy yen from in 1979 Munyintum na mun kanche Ghana for say so no see say party no oni baby free buy na me a me de ma de no na obi a oya hwesuni ana tenant ana ho a obi a behind me dan na me obi be ka kire me say ono a wa behind me dan no se me say me dan sane ye no enti Akufo-Addo de sade ne mampanifo ni bebre e ka wo no tumu na eduru ba bia amanfo timi ka ti se o mampani kufo sei e no on kasa e no mampani kufo na sabre no ye mu bi me kura maka bi da but a che me transe dwen huhu say papa imre bi 2007 wo be ka asem bi kire wan kan che party fo nko an o kan no say that bi kura no so be mampani a the center cannot hold ni nyina wo kan wom o kan hawa wo vindictive o kan abebuom ebi wo a wo se kire ne kan. Did we listen? No. Nemo baby na me so me ne papa nya adwen ne say wo se ema akola nkwa afikyire e na wako e na aboate aka no yenye naduro enti ho no e na me hu say ahokeka kakra bi e den e ba ene ono de oye ne de wo efie na so ne eni kwa say si hwa empanifo a wabobo mu din nyina bebre obi ti say alanchematin because na me som no as an aid oyobia Kwabena Sebi, I can never say anywhere say he doesn't have the expertise or the mampani. He has a very I don't know what adjective best qualifies. It's very impeccable. Obetimi aye. Na yesi cheme uyonko na menchew usuban. Na oyonko bone ese obrapa. Eti sabre no na yenso ye kasa ye kire nyina no na e kire se. Eni kwan se mpanifo we no mo ho kwan ma obi ti se Akufo-Addo we yi a sebi. Won nwino man ho. Na onpe omanfo yie. Ebe dada wo sabre no ye ka obi kan na ye bu nu agu asomti panifo na ntie yen na ye de konkon wo na nipa me bo maba so Reku Bobie Dr. Nani your friend is saying Ata Kennedy any Miami Godfather who say me Godfather's name you know Dr. Nani na Nyao Tamaklu Dr. Nani de on etete me na Nyao Tamaklu de ono no wafa me se ne ba ono so no otete me sani pa nan we Kwabena edu baby a na me bo maba so a who say mrebi na me ka say the three wise men because I didn't want to add Dr. Nani because of ono de why me thank God that me som no na you see what do doctors do often? Doctors can only diagnose you, give you medication after they have diagnosed you. Now, they realize that no, Akufo-Addo adwene na nya adwuma. Enyoma oye nyina ya dam. E boman, etete man pansam. Just he does not reason. Adie so democracy